Also, I saw you doing a mouse review yesterday, and you shat on it. Can you talk more about that?
I didn't shit on it. I shat on the silly side guard. That's all. Why would you have that side, the side breast? It doesn't.
I skipped through it.
Yeah, I saw on Instagram and was like,
Did you see it on Insta?
I don't have Instagram.
I got a new phone. And it has a super long lens, so it cut off the top of my head when I put it on Insta, and I was like,
I did know.
I'm still posting this. So it's me reviewing it with half my head chopped off.
I was like, man, Dots really sucks at cinematography.
Yeah, I was
guys.
Oh man, so annoying.
You are watching the Backseat. This is zombiegrub. She's wonderful. She's got really good taste in glasses frames and also races in StarCraft 2. Those are two things we can absolutely say about zombiegrub. She's also pretty easy on the eyes, which is a smaller side, but only I'm allowed to say that, which we've also established many times in the Twitch TV zombiegrub chat. Anyone else that says it is being creepy and weird.
You're not gonna explain the premise of this show? Really? Not even for the YouTubes? Pig? You're the one that actually puts these on YouTube? Actually, I don't think you have.
No, I do. It's on my queue playlist. Unfortunately, we're just very backed up on YouTube at the moment, and my manager's slowly catching up.
You're backseated up?
Ayo.
Shut up.
Yeah, basically, I've been putting out like four videos a day for like several weeks, but because there's so much good games right now, it's like there's a never-ending stream of content, you know? It's like a void ray finding a fourth base that's just started building. It's just a very happy stream.
Pig, 4 videos a day seems like a lot.
It does, but some of them are short. Some of them are short games, you know?
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, there's also different content. Some people only want to watch coaching. Some people only want to watch 5-minute cheesy games, you know? You've got to provide for everybody. I'm not someone who goes and gates their stuff. So some people out there, for instance, Spotify recently were negotiating with me for exclusivity on the Pig Show podcast. And I said, exclusivity? No. And they were like, we'll raise it 80 million. And I was like, if we can have it on every platform, yes. But
I think the going price right now is 100 million Spotify exclusivity. That's what I heard.
Well, if you want some beta, apparently his name's Joe Rogan. I don't know. I've never heard of him, honestly.
That's what I heard. Some fucking no-name podcaster. Some up-and-comer. Pardon?
I understood this reference.
Yeah, you did it. Look at you. You're a podcaster now.
I was wondering, actually, speaking about that, do you think there's still going to be a block of ads at the start for like 8 minutes, or is it just going to be Spotify's ads interspersed through it if you're not paying for Spotify?
Well, I mean, I'm premium, yeah, so I don't get the ads.
Me either. Yeah, I've got Spotify as well.
Oh my God, zombiegrub. You're up against Super Mario. This guy's a sub of mine. He's Super Mario SC2 on Twitch. It's DFTBA. Get ready. He only takes 2 gases and goes mass gateways.
Oh, thank you.
So there's your backseating.
Are you saying that he's gating his content?
He's going to be gating his zealots. That's what he's going to be gating.
So you're saying walls and widow mines, hey?
Walls and widow mines.
Walls and widow mines.
This guy's going to have gateway l'explosion. Unless he knows that you're streaming, and the backseat and that sort of thing, which is possible.
I think you could have killed that probe and gotten out.
You can absolutely kill this adept.
Can't you though?
Yeah. Look, it's shaded in. It wants to die.
Eventually.
No. We're not putting the Pig Show out yet, Helix. We were just making a dumb joke. That's all. We don't have timestamps or the audio versions ready. It'll all go out tomorrow or later today, guys. No worries.
What
would
kill it?
See? A higher hit point marine, like the one that just killed it.
Okay,
Thanks.
well, it could have just shaded out.
It could have, but it didn't. Super Mario wants his army to be pure. He doesn't want disgusting, horrifying adepts in his army.
All right, we're just adjusting audio levels, guys. I believe it's all relatively even on my end, but apparently I'm too loud on Maynard's stream. So you'll have to give him that feedback on his stream. I'll let him know here as well, potentially. But are the levels here okay? If you think someone should be 10% louder, say zombiegrub 10% louder. Do not say make stream louder. Do not say make it quieter. Just please be very specific. If you've got any audio feedback, let me know now so we can make sure the levels are good. People's volumes aren't always steady, but we'll get it as good as we can. So give me some feedback and I'll let you guys know. Let's get back into the back seat and actually backseat a little bit.
I did think you were talking about a zealot on at first.
Oh, no, sorry. I just meant that he just never takes his gases and he's natural.
Gotcha.
Usually. In the replays that I've seen.
Yeah, I've had those games.
Third base.
It's weird when you see. Have you guys ever seen a 6th Nexus and you think you're behind because you're on 3 bases, Terran? And then you keep attacking and dying to zealots, and then you watch the replay and realize that the person's on like 60 probes the whole game. They're just been on 2 gas geysers, and you're like, oh, there's 6 bases, I have to attack. And it's like, no,
Yeah,
he's got
it's
nothing but
Australia,
zealots. Ah.
Dude, Australia was so good with that. He actually was taking like some serious names off for a while.
Some serious names.
He was taking some serious names.
So there weren't any people called Bozo the Clown or...
It might have been. It's hard to take names better than you when your name is Max Angel.
True. Shit.
And I would say that True is not as good.
That took me a second.
Wait, how many kills did the Widowmine get? Oh.
Yeah, it was burrowed next to the gases, and it should have died before it fired, Robbie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was only one stalker attacking it.
I think that was 2.
Okay.
There was 2, yeah.
Actually wouldn't... I don't even know if I'd get Marauders here. I don't know.
Someone in my chat asked,
I'm-
what's
I'm-
the best place to get pro replays? I guess spawning tool?
Spawning tool's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Probably spawning tool.
If you have $5 a month, I know we can get even better replays.
Holy moly!
Holy
Yeah.
moly. That's right.
Yeah, top Korean players playing in a weekly cup. They got a monthly finals and everything. Maynard casts it every Tuesday night,
That's right.
which is super late Monday night if you're in America, and it's Tuesday morning if you're in Europe.
Yes.
Like midday Tuesday.
Although
if you're
I
in
would say
Europe.
it's more like really early morning Tuesday in America.
It's like,
rather than
I guess it's
late.
like 3 or 4 or 5 a.m. something like that. I guess, right?
Something like that. Oh, that's a lot of stalkers. My goodness.
Oh my god.
Woo.
I think the Warp Prism just died at least. That's
You're
pretty
right, though,
nice.
Maynard. I think that
Hey, I
he
warned the
really should
observer, I
have just
couldn't tell.
gotten fewer Marauders.
I would
Kappa,
still...
kappa, kappa, kappa.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying that I actually am thinking about... I'm just thinking about TVP, and I want to play a style that's like very low Marauder and just go into, say, you know, if I'm up against Colossus, just a lot more starports. If I'm up against Templar, just ghosts. Like try and do
Did
something
you
else
even
with the
know
tech
the
labs.
observer? What the fuck?
You want to play a lower Marauder style, you said, Maynard. That's unique.
Actually-
like just 2 tech labs, 3 reactors, you mean, kind of thing?
Yeah,
Or...
yeah, just like a lot more reactors and using the tech labs for ghosts and just using starports if I'm up against Colossi, just having a lot more Marines.
That's a very fragile army. Like I would
yeah,
still
it
have
is.
2 tech labs. Like I'd just be like 1 less tech lab than normal, because otherwise I'd be too worried about losing all my shit from like.
Dude, this guy had like 4 observers over here.
Well, yeah, he's only making stalkers. The Robo is not doing anything else.
I think he's
I'm-
gotten on to the fact that some people know he makes a lot of zealots.
He's a big boy fan for sure.
Yeah, oh, that's right. PVT is going to be fun on the ladder now after GSL.
Yeah. Thankfully, I was even worried just after him doing it
Just build a
constantly in
missile for
EPT. But yeah, after
Yeah.
doing it against Maru, it's like, oh god, everyone's gonna be doing it. Dude, how good was parting it? Just like hitting 5 areas with like little douchebaggy things and just pulling Maru's attention around. I was like, oh my god.
A little too good. A little
Yeah.
too good.
It's like DT's here,
I'm so happy
DT's here.
Parting's doing well.
Also, his Prism Micro with his Colossus. Parting
Yeah,
is
that was ridiculous.
ridiculous.
I mean, he was dead when he was doing it, but it was like still pretty cool.
Well, he does it a little bit in games where he's ahead as well and wins, but yeah, he was hanging on pretty well, hey.
Yeah.
Is there a 4th base for this fucker?
There probably
I
is.
don't know.
I like how anyone makes more than like 8 gateway units, and I'm immediately like, this guy's a fucker. like,
No, he is. He's a gateway boy. He's a gateway man.
yeah. Anyone
He's
who,
taking you,
yeah,
he's taking you by the hand to gateway land. That's what the gateway man does.
more medevac production.
Yeah, they're on the way.
I'm really happy to see Parting doing well though, because it's like, I especially with the micro stuff, because I kind of feel like sometimes I look back at old school stuff and I'm like,
Oh,
were
come
they
on.
good or were they just good for their time? And then Parting pulls out like ridiculous micro and I'm like, he was actually just good.
Some people are still saying sub to Wardy for replays. Is that true though? Because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
subbed to
he sends
Wardy
them in
and
Discord.
Yep.
but he.
Yeah.
Am I on his old Discord? Did he make a new one? He hadn't. Last time I checked, he hadn't posted replays for a while.
I think he
I mean, he
sometimes
posts them in
does.
cycles for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, you're right.
He does big uploads. It's not like after every tournament he'll be like, okay, here's like 3 months worth. Like a lot. He's not super consistent with them.
Guy's double expanding, basically.
Yeah, you got a lot of mineral income.
Sounds like it's coming from inside my house.
Sweet. It's a lot of dead probes.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Someone's got a high-powered vibrator. I'm gonna be right back.
Gonna steal that for a hot minute.
I was like, I'm gonna get in on that. Or rather, I was gonna get in on me. Got him.
That was some really good widow mines. Now he's only ahead 20 workers instead of 40.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry, this is where he's gonna start making disruptors, and this is how he comes back.
Is it?
It is.
Disruptors involves getting something other than...
I think I am solid
Gateways.
10 seconds behind.
Ooh. Some good widow mines.
Cool.
Get him, CG. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of dead probes.
Solid, solid, solid.
Feeling as behind.
Yeah. Some good recovery.
You should build a sensor tower in your main base so you can see a warp prism coming.
I really would rather not do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're going to do it, though.
Am I?
Well, I mean, it's not like you're going to do anything. You've got 2 turrets there already, and you assume that they will stop the prism. So,
We
I mean,
both know
having
that
a
one.
sensor tower also will not stop it.
yeah, but you'll see it coming.
No, I won't. You guys might.
We're the minimap watching crew.
Yeah, I'm looking at the mini-map right now. Yeah, I'm seeing a big oversaturation in the main base and a completed 4th command center. That's what I'm seeing. Hey, there's that prism.
Oh, there's the prism. There's the prism.
Oh, it's a dead prism, though. Oh, is it,
God,
though?
he expanded
Oh.
everywhere.
Did he get prism speed? My goodness.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, no!
Oh, is the disruptor gonna get big hits? I'm not sure.
Dude, this guy is so obnoxious.
Yeah.
He's making a nexus there.
Yeah, that move can best be described as cunty.
Yes. I can almost guarantee this guy took his, like, extra assimilators at, like, I don't know, probably a minute ago. But he would have been on 2 for this whole time.
God, if there
Wonder
were
what his
an arrow
upgrades
forging
are.
remote, this would be the guy
It's
that's.
you can still go double forge. That's the thing with this.
Oh my God, those widow mines plus the EMP.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, without disruptors, his army does suck. Oh, there's Colossus. Is that real, though?
Yeah,
It's
it's
real,
a
it's real,
single
yeah.
Colossus.
ZG. Turns out
Scan
next
again to
guy
kill-
don't kill Marines.
Scan again to kill the observer that was on your army.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't die during the fight at least, but okay.
He's lost one of his
Not
7
enough
Nephilists.
Marines to kill the fucking War Prism.
That's okay.
I like
Well,
that this guy
a lot of
prioritized
guys
taking
focus
an 8th base next to your 4th over actually maxing out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, this
Yeah,
guy.
really
I love
nice
it.
move.
I love this. I
Found
love this
those
guy. I love this
splits.
guy. I really do.
it's like he's just trying to do all the things that triggers Terran players.
Yes,
It's like
yes,
that's what his goal
exactly.
is. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm
got
a fan.
15 gateways. All right, what a dick.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
He's a
God,
gateway
I'm
man.
salad warping.
He's a gateway man. And this is kind of what made me think about. I'm like, is there a way to do this without marauders? Because every time those charge light warpins come in, and I've only got 10 marauders left in my army, I'm like, god damn it.
I think there's enough production up now anyway, so it should be right. Range
Yeah,
libs would be sick, but I think it's more just as long as you have expansions, you should be right.
And ZG just took it such an incredible trade. Not even a trade, trades plural. That's like, even with 15 gateways, he can't get up the tier 3 robotic stuff again. He can make a lot of zealots.
You'll make some more disruptors in Colossus. Like this player, absolutely, you need to win like 2 more fights like that to actually finish the game. So,
Okay.
because he's got such a fat economy, right? I assume, unless he's undersaturated on a few of those
You
bases.
did miss more widow mine hits when you left for your vibrator.
Yeah, there were some really nice probe hits. ZG's killed probably 30 probes.
Very nice.
There's that prism. Oh no.
I think-
the
Wait,
splits
are
though.
war prisms are psionic, right?
Yes.
No, are they?
So you can
You can
snipe
you can
them.
matrix them.
Jesus Christ.
Pretty sure you can only snipe biological units.
Oh,
Yes.
you might be right. Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
right.
psionic,
It's not.
but you
It's
can
not.
snipe. Yeah.
I'm thinking of interference matrix.
You can infinite matrix them. Oh boy. Them 3/3 Colossi.
Oh no! Oh my god. I wasn't macroing at all because I had a planetary in my hotkeys.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my lord.
I was pressing all the buttons and nothing was happening.
Guys, we're not backseating hard enough.
Uh-oh.
A true backseater would have noticed her floating over 1,000 minerals.
Look,
That's how bad.
We're like on episode what 5 of the backseat, so I decided that we need to just up our meta. So I've actually just been backseating the backseating. That's why I've been calling Maynard out.
God.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm so mad.
That's all right.
swear.
You just gotta turtle up. You'll be right.
I swear, I was pressing the buttons.
She went all the way down on 100 supply, dude. It's a big dip.
Yeah.
That's all
This guy's-
right.
Is it?
If he just gives you 2 minutes.
I mean, he did blink right under disruptors with a planetary right there, but I don't think you have enough units.
Dude, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Fighting into planetaries. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he,
This player
This
is
is-
so obsessed with dropping disruptors as well. It's so funny because I'm like, surely
likes
you
fun.
could
He
just
likes
walk them.
fun.
Yeah, he likes all the
Fun is
fun
more
ways
important
of
than
using
winning
units. It's actually awesome.
what a god. I can't
Wow.
tell who I want to win here.
That was the most efficient fight ever. I like it. This was a Florencio
that was
kind of
an
move.
abysmal fight for Super Mario. As much as I love him,
He,
this is
killed
just
the
an
Colossus.
abysmal fight. He damaged a planetary and killed some bio. Lost his entire army.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Super Mario, I hope he comes to my chat after it. Dude, come and talk to us about this game when it's over.
Well, the
We're not
great
losing.
thing is he's like maxed out with 6 Colossus, 20 Zealots, a bunch of Stalkers, and he's prioritizing dropping a Disruptor in the fight and shooting it, picking it up, dropping another Disruptor and shooting it. I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah. Now he's like, all right, time to go Gateway Man again. Return of the Gateway Man.
Does he have another base you don't see on the minimap yet?
That's the important thing right now to think
He
about.
has,
I think. Yeah.
I think he has like the 1 o'clock one that's not on the edge, and also maybe the 6:30.
6:30? Yeah, I think he's got 6:30 for sure.
I see a pylon down there, so I think he's got 6:30.
This is funny because it's like, yeah, if you can just rebuild your army and take efficient enough fights, it's like, you know, you got enough bases, you can make it work, but it's always going to be a slow crawl. I think you've just got to play real turtley, though, because the zealot count is so
That
high.
Command center, is that going to... Where's that orbital on the far left going? The flying one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oof.
Ah. It was a rally point.
Yep.
Gateway Man engage. Bottom left's about to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-prong, multi-prong.
Multi-prong.
Prong the multi.
Yeah, you don't need all that army killing that Nexus.
I think he stopped expanding.
Accidentally sniping
Oh,
the
no.
disruptor.
Yeah,
Totally on purpose.
I just saw that.
You look back and you think you're about to see your whole army pop, and then it just disappears, and you're like, oh.
Oh, God.
I'll take it.
This guy's remembered to expand again. Now he's taking 6:30.
Yeah.
Just burrow Widowmine at each of these untaken bases.
I don't think zombiegrub has any more
Well,
Widow Mines.
Yeah, it's
I
actually
haven't
not worth
been
it to
building
do that either.
them. I mean, I should have been building more motor mines for sure. Stop all those like mass.
Yeah, it's just such an incredibly abusive thing. Like, it's the worst kind of Protoss I would ever want to play against. It's the gateway,
Yeah.
mass gateway stuff.
Well, it's
Alright.
these ones as well. It's always like you analyze the replay, and it's always like, oh, I should have, been tighter with my first push and won the game there, because they actually took 5 bases at once. Like, I get in this situation so much, and I'm like, what did I do wrong in the late game? I load up the replay, and I'm like, oh, you were down 45 workers, 2 upgrades, and 3 bases the entire game, and I'm like, okay, it was something earlier on. I'm like. Yeah, like this. Was that a screen of zealots? It's not a control
Yeah.
group. That was a screen of zealots. Like, what the fuck did I just look
Here
at?
they come. Yeah, dude.
Get those Widowmines in place!
I don't think Widowmine stopped this. See.
A lot of this is EMP'd already. A lot of those Zealots don't have any shields.
Oh.
Oh!
And there's like 400 observers on the map as well. This is so gross.
That's all I
Yeah.
use is Robo for.
Oh
Yep.
my lord.
Womp womp.
Oh. It's kind of, I mean, on one hand, I'm kind of impressed that Protoss players have figured out like the equivalent of when a Zerg just gets away with being greedier than they should. Like they've realized with Chrono Boost and just dropping Nexi everywhere and making these A-move units that cause a big distraction, they can just like run a few Zealots around distracting the Terran and be like, you were distracted, I'm on 6 bases now.
Man, I'm so mad about not building anything that one. Like for a minute, and I didn't notice.
Oh.
I blamed you guys.
Oh well.
So really, it's your guys' fault.
Okay, sometimes your planetary fortress falls apart.
Nice.
Oh, actually, I mean, I really didn't. Planetary Fortress was a boss.
That planetary fortress got like 30 kills on it, dude. You remember when Super Mario threw away his entire army at that planetary? That was
Dude, one of
amazing.
those kills was a fucking Colossus that just was like, let me attack the SCVs.
Yeah, it was
That's
great.
great.
Okay, who's next?
I'll jump in.
Okay, Piggly Wiggly. Let's go.
All right. Play random. Zombie Grub needs to be a little louder. No worries, I'll crank her up. I like that once again there's no percentage though. So we go 10%.
Yeah.
Free.
Do you know what you do need
playing?
more? Do you know a pig? Do you know what you do need more of, pig?
Yeah.
Green screen.
Green screen.
Yeah, you need a little bit more green screen.
Yeah, it looks like
There's
my
some,
webcam reset maybe.
There's a bit of
Pretty
reality.
sure it's in the
streaming,
position where it normally is, but
Getting triggered by all that reality.
yeah, what the fuck's going on over
There's
here?
so little. Why are you freaking out about it?
I didn't even notice until he moved it.
It's reality.
Actually, you know what does bug me is when people just walk off of their camera and then you just see half of their face suddenly get cut off or their arms suddenly get cut off. That bugs me.
Also, I just learned that Pig hates zombie grub. Where's the zombie grub picture on this screen, Pig?
She's in the kitchen.
Wow.
Oh, nice easy
Cooking
match.
up a storm
Wow.
of victories versus Protoss.
Oh, Panda Bemmy. Nice. Good luck, Pig.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Can you say hello, Isaac, but type it with 2 S's?
So the fun begins.
2 S's,
This
2
will
A's.
give you the tactical mental advantage because it triggers him.
Wait, people actually misspell Isaac Isaac?
Yeah.
That makes me depressed. How does someone type Isaac? That's
No, he's not as outraged as I would have liked. Maybe inwardly outraged.
It's internal. It's absolutely internal. He's internalizing that Pig doesn't know how to spell his name.
Okay, nice.
Surely.
Panda Bemmy is Zerg, right?
Yep.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
playing Zerg.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been back laddering a bunch lately.
Cool.
Taking a break from his adult job.
Trying to be a content creator.
Ooh, on the Australian server.
What the fuck?
CVZ on Australia. All right. This is
Well,
gonna be a good time.
My hatch is like exceptionally late. He's gonna pull drones on me. I'm gonna just die.
How would him pulling drones against the Ling bathing all in cause you to die?
Because they hit before
12
you have
pull.
lings and
Yeah.
They have-
Oh, you're talking. I thought you meant
You don't
to
have
defend.
lings.
I was like, he sees me Banelinks come in, and he pulls 20 drones to intercept them. I'm like,
Why is that a bad thing for you? Alright. Makes more sense.
if I give the opponent what they want, does it really count as a victory? It's like, what? What are we? How are we?
I was doing some replay casts yesterday, and I was watching a guy just sort of like he was raging at the start of the game, and then he was just throwing his army away, and I was like, this is like the StarCraft equivalent of going, you can't fire me, I quit.
They're like, sorry, we have to let you
Taking
go.
control of the win, you know, because you're like, oh, this is about to be their win, and I want it to be my loss.
Yep.
I'm definitely left game because I'm just like, you know, I'm up 3 bases on you, but I really just don't want to break this mech army. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna be
I've
a
done
fun
that. I've done
use of
that
my
too.
time.
I've lost a lot of games just because I'm just like, fuck this. Like I don't
Usually
want
against mech.
Yeah,
Usually
and
against
you've done
mech,
it
yes.
on the back seat before.
to. Yeah, Yep, and I'll probably do it again.
Ay. I'm glad.
Ay.
Hi, CG. You feeling better?
I'm your
No.
queen.
Oh, okay. Well, you have a whole rotation before you need to play again. That's the plus side.
Your queen's ready for orders. Your Zerg are picking a fight.
This is
Can't
soju.
do that.
I wish I had soju. But my local stores don't carry it. Not the good
Oh,
type
your old place was near Koreatown,
The
right?
enemy has
If I'm not
met your
My
misremembering.
place now is near Koreatown.
Hostile
close.
way.
Your place now? Oh, cool.
But like the grocery stores actually don't sell flavored soju. They just sell soju. Yeah, it's like it's a treat when some place finally has flavor.
Can you just order it on
So
Amazon?
rare. Nah. Most states don't let you order like hard alcohol, which it counts
Evolution
as.
complete.
Some states don't even let you like deliver wine or beer.
Damn.
Yeah. I guess that's true. I
That's
keep
fucking
forgetting California
stupid.
is just not like that.
Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, it's not even an option to like or pick up because I've ordered from Korean places that typically have the soju cocktails, but I
Your
didn't
Zerg
see it as an
sniffed out
option.
the enemy.
You can make your own though. Like you get soju in a melon bar. It's pretty close.
Soju and
Yeah.
Skittles.
That probably wouldn't be that bad. It'd be like,
It'd just be colored, really. It wouldn't actually change
yeah.
the flavor that much.
Oh, baby. Mm.
Pop.
Pap.
Give him the question mark now.
Does anyone want some pap? Yeah, give him a question mark.
Drunk StarCraft 2 history. Exactly like drunk history, but StarCraft 2.
So there was this one 17-year-old kid that was the best player in the world, but he succumbed to the dark side. This is Zombie Grub with StarCraft 2 history.
That's actually so good because I was watching Drunk History and they were talking about how Al Capone had syphilis, right? And like
Yeah.
it rotted
Probably.
his
A
brain.
lot of
He was
people
like
had
this-
syphilis. Though.
Well, this guy was just like the drunk guy was like this guy was like the richest guy in Chicago and he like this motherfucker just got syphilis and just fucking threw his life away. Like what a fuck up.
Yeah, Al Capone. I've seen photos of him. He actually died in his 30s. Like he wasn't old when he
He went
arrived.
insane first.
Yeah, like he was just a 20-year-old guy when he started, and he looked like a 40-year-old guy. He was just having a hard life. So what happened
Second
to your
game.
pig?
Second
Bailing,
game.
He won.
bailing connection, and he won. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Panda Bear me, despite not being an active pro gamer anymore, apparently still just channels the spirit of North America. North American Zerg vs. Zerg is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And as someone who ladders on this server, I've stopped trying to understand literally anything any Zerg player does. Because I can play players infinitely better than me. Doesn't matter what server we're on, they will play the worst build I've ever seen in my life.
Let it win. If it wins Artosis, then it's good. If
I-
it wins Artosis, then it must be good.
I don't know, man. I just look at a build like this. I'm like, wait, you've got 3 queens. You've got... Why didn't we have banelings ready? Like, I don't know, man. He's clearly just made some mistakes. Maybe he's reading chat. But it's like the most standard thing in Zerg vs. Zerg is stopping a committed Ling Bane timing. And like, I think the funniest thing in the last few years of Zerg vs. Zerg is a lot of people just try to play like Serral. So their whole goal is, I want to just defend and sit in my corner. And because that's kind of the meta, Zerg players don't know how to defend the most basic pressure anymore, and a lot of builds just like don't account for it, and they just die. And I'm always how can you not be safe against the most standard thing, which is a bunch of Lings and Banes coming across the map? And it annoys me that so many high-level players don't. I get triggered. Because if I
think
play
the-
defensive,
I think the
they get
Isaac
ahead.
worked. I think the Isaac worked.
The Isaac worked, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling him Isaac.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
was.
The thing is, I know he can slap my ass in ZVZ so easy if he just does a proper build. But that was a nonsense 2-base muta
I
build.
think, but that's like a characteristic of Isaac specific. Like Panda Bear Me has always been like one of those players that's like, I'm gonna do something that's really greedy or really like super all in or super tech focused or like he plays middle of the road. I feel like.
Yeah, I guess he was never really the reactive guy. It's just like, I don't know, man. I think there's better wild builds than that. I had almost the exact same game against the same build like a week ago with him on the ladder. So that's why I had this weird deja vu moment as I was killing his drones where I was like, this shouldn't be killing anything. This is a pressure, you know? And then I'm like, why is it winning the game?
I laugh so much though because literally
another
the
one.
exact way you described it is
Play again, Pig. Go.
Oh,
Play
again?
again.
Oh, yeah.
Go. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
guys.
That was like a 6-minute game.
Oh, okay.
But the exact way you described it is how people used to describe true, back, like, especially back in 2017. And I just remember literally going up to like 7 different European Zerg pros, and them all being like, "Yeah, True is like garbage, and True just doesn't know how to play, and his ZVZ is like a mess." And then that's actually the tournament that True beats Cyril.
Oh, my
I'm
lord.
like, oh.
I mean, that was
Feels
before
good.
Cyril was god tier.
Yeah.
Technically, but like
True's not-
Cyril had
True's
just
not
the
beating
event
Cyril anymore.
before that gotten he had just gotten the semifinals or the finals.
Yeah.
He got second
Something like
in
that.
one. Yeah.
Finals,
Well,
finals.
he's actually like a garbage monster. Like that's what True is like Oscar the Grouch of StarCraft. So like basically Oscar's superpower is when he's in a garbage bin, right? When he's not in a garbage bin, it's like taking a fish out of water. It's the same with True.
Oh, hey,
So his-
ask Jason how his rib is.
His what?
His rib, R-I-B. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, basically, I feel like True's whole thing is he wants to like burn down the map and just turn it into a garbage shit show. And that's when you see like God tier True, you know? Where everyone else is like, what's happening in this game? And then True's like, I know exactly what's happening. This is my zone.
Okay, now type what's the difference?
I feel like it's more like. Okay, that's a good one for him.
It was a setup.
Have they actually gotten married yet? I've always wondered when they were gonna.
I thought they got married a little while ago, and like Death flew over for it.
Oh yeah, right.
Now type yeah it is.
No, don't type that.
Type it.
For every excellent joke
tiebreaker.
that
Yeah.
feardragon has, he has 90 bad ones.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he only needs 1% to land to feel enabled for the 99%.
Oh yeah.
That's the true.
That's
That's the
why
true
they call
track.
it
God,
Yeah.
he's like a
99%
troll.
useless
He's like an internet troll. Oh my god. Like 99% of the
Wait,
time it doesn't
how
even work.
long did it take you? You sound like you just realized this.
Well, I mean more malicious than you really than
Feardragon, what do we do
I
now that he says
initially
why?
started.
Give him the question mark.
Don't do that.
When in doubt.
Oh, no.
Fucking nonsense.
See, here's the thing.
At least
Disrupting it.
Jason's gonna win this game, you know.
My god, I wish so much you guys could watch my
When
favorite
Pig wins this game, I want you guys to remember this moment.
show. Guy.
Let me guess. Oh no.
Dragon, I'm gonna make you watch
Fucking
Most
goddamn it.
Zombime and Maynard.
Zombie.
You know, will Maynard actually
Named
reach GM?
Jason says, "Fuck you, Ravi."
Maynard.
Maynard.
Tell him I said I love you.
Maybe.
Then you can play the
But I
rest of the
think
game.
nay.
I don't want to lose any drones, so we're
Thanks,
done.
Zombie Grub.
Oh yeah, the Reaper's here. Just focus.
Drones are taking
You're
a
welcome.
beating. Your queen's ready for orders.
I mean, if I can't make it a GM, I'm just gonna push you two down.
Okay.
My
And then
new
what
goal
happens?
now,
And then
make
what happens if
GM.
And then what happens if I do make GM? Yeah.
Leave!
This is actually giving me a lot of motivation to grind super hard. Because then I'll make it, and you'll be like,
Dude,
"Hey, Zombie Grub, how long you been Masters 1 for? Still not GM? Interesting."
I'm gonna make GM.
It's on you, I'm not even
but I'm gonna
Masters
do
1.
it with like the most bullshit, stupid builds possible.
Yeah, I mean,
So I'm
I've
gonna start playing these standard plays.
You know
There-
what? If
there
this
is a-
lights a fire under you, then please, by all means.
yeah, no, my fire is lit, fam.
How about I give you
Lit-
to the
lit
end of
AF.
the year, and then I'll give you.
No, that's too small. Just
But-
reaching GM.
By the end of StarCraft 2,
Okay,
you know,
Before
when it's finally a
ESL
dead game.
StarCraft 2 contract runs
No.
out.
While the game still has this
Well,
giant
you
player
hatched
base,
a queen.
well, relatively
Okay,
giant
so-
player base.
How about to the end
Because
of the
being
EPT
being a,
contract?
being a GM when there's only 1,000, yeah, okay. By the end of EPT, I'll try that. Sure.
the North
Wait.
American GM, no
Wasn't
Australia.
there?
Okay.
Did we make a bet last week?
There was a
There
bet
was a
last week.
bet.
Yes.
What
there
was the bet?
I don't
I don't
remember.
remember. I don't remember
Someone
either.
clicked it, right?
Yeah, the chat was.
It was like
supposed to remember.
$1,000 bet for all of us.
Wasn't it? Was it a match score?
No.
No,
I wouldn't
it
bet
was something
$1,000
was gonna
for that.
happen, and I remember It was maybe about a movie.
As he's 7 and Aerith dying.
Yeah. Final Aerith not dying at
By
the end
the
of
way,
Falcon
Yeah,
Remake.
Wedge-
Okay.
Wedge not dying has made me actually so much more on board with Aerith not
Well, you
dying.
hatched a queen.
Yeah, no, I'm very confident about that bet.
Nailed it.
Have you finished the 7 remake yet?
No, I'm very close to
Reserve
finishing
are
it.
picking up
Chapter
Okay.
14,
Ah,
15. I
they do
think.
that.
Okay.
Oh, did he not raise the depots?
Your
You're losing lings.
He takes orders.
He doesn't care about Lings, he cares about this Liberator.
I'm not prepared to turn my hair in advance.
You're dreading that idea.
You actually need a lot of hair to make dreads as well, because it almost halves your length when you get your dreads made.
Enemy strike at your
I might have enough
She
now.
has these
My
little
hair is the
baby
longest
dreads.
it's been in a long time.
Okay. If you had dreads though, if you got dreads though, in all seriousness, it would make your hair like smaller than shoulder length, like that short.
Yeah, I believe it.
Your queen's ready for orders.
I like the idea of
It
zombie grub
takes
just rocking
orders.
like baby dreads.
Yeah, little nublets, little
I
worms.
mean, yeah, because you can look at it and make fun of me. I had to live with it.
There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
living with
that was
dreads.
the point.
I've been living with them
That's
for
a
10
lot of
years. It's fine.
I don't think I'd
That's
look
a lot
very
of
good with
drones
baby
like that.
dreads.
Your Zerg sniffed out the
You would
enemy.
always look good. Zombie. If you shaved your head, you'd look good.
Aw, thanks.
You're welcome.
That's my 50,000 goal, you know?
Is it?
50,000
Pig,
subs.
you should build Evo chamber walls on that right hand side.
Zeph's like
50,000 subs would be...
50,000 subs.
Sir,
That's
don't pick
$250,000.
Ah,
No,
They
Yeah,
do
something like
that.
that? Yeah,
Something
that's
like
my goal.
that, per month.
Yep.
I was gonna say.
I feel like Pig does
I was
not
gonna
like
say I wouldn't take $50,000 to shave my head, and then I realized what you were saying, 50,000 subs. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'd shave my head for that, for sure.
I can turn off the camera for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I'll just be like a lyric or something. Just never stream with a webcam.
You guys are messing
my hair
up
grows back.
because I think that Maynard's entire head, he like priced his dreads one time, and I
The
think it'd be
enemy
less
has
than the
met
cost
your
of
Zerg.
50,000 subs.
In a
Yeah, no,
house
50,000
like
subs is
10K
that's what I'm
each.
saying.
Buy them individually. Don't
It's
wholesale
cheaper.
this.
It's cheaper to give me $500,000 than to give me that many subs. So Zeph said I had a mate that got dreads when her hair was shorter length. She ended up getting like 70% more length added with fake hair. That's a hacker. That's a hacker.
It's not real dreads. Maynard's gatekeeping dreads.
I actually have a not real. I have a well, it is a real dread. It's human hair, but it's not my hair. In my hair right now.
I like that you're getting your 5th base before your lair finish.
It's because my 4th is gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason,
That's
no.
your creep
Jason,
tumor,
no.
there's Your Zerg sniffed out the enemy.
No.
Imagine
Well,
leaving a
you
tank back
hatched
at
a
home
queen.
and then not
Has.
leaving the wall off.
Right?
He has like no saturation at that 3rd base.
This looks a little deep, Jason.
Why do you think your 4th is gonna
He expected Jason to attack his 4th with tanks, I think.
I thought Jason would have more also because he
really
barely
should
has
have.
anything mining right now at the 3rd.
You irritated something
Yeah,
properly.
that was not good, Jace.
Work?
Is that low ground just 4th?
He gets super triggered when
Oh,
Ravi
it's
shit talks him at the start of the game.
die? You messed up his macro. He also didn't do it.
I want you guys to go back to that moment.
Queen's ready for orders.
Just remember,
Takes orders.
Pig has a 100% win rate with me telling him to trash talk someone.
Is that true? We've done it before.
Yeah, actually, he still has not
Zerg
lost
are
the
picking
game
a
when I
fight.
tell him to say
Ah,
things in the
they
chat.
do that.
Oh no. I feel like we're doing better.
Your creep tumor's in danger.
There was
Personal
especially the
now.
game versus that one Terran
Battlefield is gone.
The
where
enemy has
Pig
met your
was
Zerg.
going destructors and he got massive destructor hits and Maynard Knight egged him on to get him to touch the mark.
Didn't he end up losing that game?
Oh, that actually, he may have actually, oh, that
He did
actually
lose
was
that
versus
game.
Creep
Jason
tumor's
too.
in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personal now.
It almost certainly was. I remember that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's why Jason
We're
remembers.
attacking your
Right
base.
now.
Can't
Jason never
do this.
forgets.
Ah, Jason forgets quite a bit. Like there was one time he forgot that he permabanned me for 4 days.
I mean, I don't blame him for that. I forget everyone that I've permanently banned as well. That's some good backseating.
Yeah, you're welcome. Inject, creep spread.
How do medevacs pick up units?
There's like a vacuum. It goes.
Yeah.
Does it really?
No.
Is that the actual? Oh.
Yeah, and that's why they suck up quickly, but they
Reserve or
drop
picking a
slowly
fight?
because you can't vacuum out.
do that.
You know, like it doesn't make any
You
sense.
you can actually.
No, it doesn't. So they just drop them out instead. And that's why it's quick and slow.
What if you just had a slider on the floor that just
Can't
removed the
do
floor?
that.
Can't
Instant
or
drop
won't.
out.
That's what they do.
The enemy's
to drop
destroying
out.
your creep tumor.
The enemy
But
has
then
met
why
your
would everything
zerg.
drop out at the same time?
That's your
Then
creep
they
tumor
follow
they're
each other.
smacking.
They go one for
No, the floor is immediately removed. They're already spaced out inside
Okay,
the bed.
fine, that's dumb, but the floor does open.
Oh no, he's a smart Terran.
Burrow Banes! Wait, you don't have Burrow.
No.
Is he? He's just killing pigs' bases.
That's
Pigs.
your
Zerg are
creep
picking
tumor
a
they're
fight.
smacking.
No, I just
They
mean
do
that
that.
the anti setup back at home. That's all.
Well, because he has an anti-baneling setup back at home,
Attack with
he's
the
not
counter!
actually
Attack
pushing.
with the counter! All he's busy
Not now, he
Why,
is.
why are you such a Juggernaut Jason hater?
Your
Zombie Grub?
zerg
What
sniff out
did you
the
do?
enemy.
It's not Juggernaut Jason, I think, so just don't like Terran.
Oh, okay.
So, Jason.
Oh dear.
So Jason, yeah. So she doesn't like this Terran. So that
is
means she
that
doesn't like
true?
it.
I don't like the playstyle of Terrans who play like this. She said I don't like the Terrans
Correct,
who play
yeah.
like this.
That's-
which
that's
is
also it.
Jason.
Yes.
That's twisting words.
Ergo.
You know my inference. You know what I was
Inference can't be clipped and sent to Jason. But what
He
you
actually was
said
bringing
can
one
be.
of mine. I thought he was about to
Drones are under attack.
Oh, you need more lings. Ooh, it's fast.
Get the fungals! Get the fungals! That's where the Terran
Do we
is.
still not have
Jason
infestors? What the fuck?
In an actual fight? I think I would. I give myself pretty good odds on that one.
Versus
Chat
Jason?
says, okay, the backseating is being backseated. Chat says, please tell ZG that she meant implied and feardragon inferred.
Ah,
No
they
one
do
fucking
that.
gives a shit, chat.
And that's the
Whoever
response.
said that, you're
and that's the
fucking-
What's your
response.
English MMR? What
Fuck outta here.
education level
Yeah,
did
exactly.
you get in English?
Did you go to college? Did you get a PhD in this? Who are you to tell me what English is?
And that is my exact
Unless you
response
got
as
at
well.
least 780 or higher on your SAT. I don't want to hear it from you.
What if they graduated high school back in like the 70s and it wasn't that high?
Well, then I guess it sucks to be them. Their English is outdated
Your
anyways.
zerg sniffed out the
Both, by
enemy.
the way, the guy that said that was Covey.
I love Kobe.
Kobe.
Covey.
Anyways. I would beat Jason in a 1v1. Like,
Probably in
really
a fist
fight.
fight. In a fist fight, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what I know.
Zerg are picking a
He'd beat me in
Pretty
StarCraft
skinny.
too, for
Ah,
sure.
they do that.
Yeah.
Your queen's
I think
ready
I got a
for
chance.
orders.
I think Jason's got some height to him, but he's also a little bit lanky. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't know if he has any martial arts experience.
The
At least I've
enemy
done a
has
bunch
met
of
your
them.
zerg. Not in lesson.
Yeah, I've got a lot of martial arts experience. I'm fluent in Bafu.
Your base is
It
under
really
assault.
sucks. I have not seen someone get into a fight that doesn't have martial arts experience. I actually don't know how.
You really shouldn't ever
Oh
get into
my
a fight if
God.
you don't know how to fight.
It looks terrible. There's
Oh
like
my goodness.
Your base
there's
is
like subreddits where this will
That little
happen.
mine.
sniffed out the enemy.
And people will literally throw punches in a curve. And it's just like, oh my god, how do you
Haymaker?
never, how do you,
Yeah, but no, a haymaker you usually still have a straight arm.
a haymaker is not in a curve.
Your Zerg
Yeah.
are
So
picking
it's like
a
a,
fight.
it's like an
An
awkward-
angle,
They
maybe,
do that.
but not a curve. Imagine your arm as flaccid as can be, and you just to your opponent's
Ah.
face.
Your creep tumor's in danger.
It's personal now.
There's actually a lot of fights where you see people like picking up their pants so much they don't have proper fighting senses.
I've seen people that I've
They're
seen people who
attacking
don't know
your
how to
base.
fight Prince kicks, and
Evolution
that is
Yes.
hilarious.
The enemy
That is
has
pretty
met your
hilarious.
zerg.
I am most certainly not ever going to attempt kicking someone in a fight. I've never done it before in my life. I'm very much an upper body kind of guy.
The risk is too
Your
great
Zerg
unless you're
are done.
really confident.
My
Only
one
time
claim to
I
fame is
ever
got
used-
into-
Can't
I used legs
do
for a
that.
fight in
Can't or
jujitsu,
won't.
but that's just on the ground. That's not like swinging your legs at someone. That's not like going for a back heel or something like that. That's just to
Mineral
use your legs to
drones are
keep them on the
taking
ground
base.
or trip them over.
Can't do that.
Can't or won't.
Headbutts, no one expects it. Actually, a lot of people expect it, Asclepius. That's like one of the most common
But people
initiates.
headbutt with the wrong part of their head.
Evolving something.
Yeah, which
People
hurts
also
them more
kick
than
the
you.
wrong part
Yeah.
of their heel. So.
Yeah. The power
Mineral
comes from the
fields
gun. I
depleted.
mean, sure. I wouldn't fight someone with a gun, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Pig's
This
getting
isn't
out
every
multicast.
situation.
You mind
There
a
isn't,
whole
this isn't
cluster?
every situation.
Your Zerg
But in
are
like
picking a fight.
narrow spaces,
Ah, they do that.
knives are so much fucking scarier than a gun.
We've had discussion before.
We did.
It sounds like some really stupid shit. That does not sound right at all.
The enemy's
Yeah, I can-
destroying your creep
In like
features.
in like a narrow space, it's a lot easier. Or like there's you don't really
But-
have the ability to like run back.
But even close,
have
a
to
gun
run
is
back.
always ranged.
Hostile.
And it
I'm
always
saying
has
the
a range
gun,
advantage
the
over
person
knives.
with the gun doesn't have the ability to create distance.
So if they shoot you in the
They-
stomach, you're going down.
They can create distance by
If
shooting
you're,
you
if you're at
before
point
you
blank
get
range,
close.
if you're at that point blank range already,
Yeah.
then the person with a gun, like they will fire their shot, and if they don't hit you, like
But how do they not hit you point blank?
Yeah,
Like, if you
the-
push it
the
and put it
accuracy is
if you're
pretty
at point
easy.
blank and they're not like already immediately drawn with a bead on your head or something,
Zerg are picking a fight.
even if they actually
Wait a minute,
are,
that's
it
the
still
same
takes
for a
reaction.
knife then. If
Yeah.
if you're already on top of them with a knife that's not drawn, it's the same thing.
Like you can get stabbed and
knife?
still fight.
A knife that's like
What's the difference
a
here?
knife that's not a knife doesn't need to like be immediately pointed at you, right? It's not like there is a specific reaction time moment they have to fire for it to be
Your
effective.
Zerg are picking
They
a
can
fight.
actually just swing it around in front of you, and it's really difficult to deal with.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like they can create like an arc to make you back off.
Yeah. And I'm
Do you
saying
know
in
what-
a
Gun
narrow
guy can't?
space, that's
Oh, he's
Huh?
scanned. What a cock blocker. Hate this guy. What a terror. Go on, pig. You can do it.
Accuracy fight's also pretty bad with like knives. Like
Fungal,
as much as
fungal,
we're
fungal.
expecting perfect engagements for either one of these scenarios, it's never ever going to be. The person's gonna have a sheath knife as opposed to one that's already out and ready to go. They're gonna be flailing wildly with a knife as opposed to actually trying to hit something.
They're all out of gas.
Too bad.
There's a reason bayonets exist.
The enemy's
Well, okay,
destroying
no,
your
like
creep
the bayonet existed because those were on fucking guns that took forever to reload and shoot.
Is personal.
Yeah, they weren't
So
used very much in
clumsy.
World War II.
No, really.
Yeah, like that's
I'm sure some people got stuck by a bayonet, but most people died by bullets, I assume.
if you're at point
Or
blank
bombs.
range though,
Mineral fields depleted.
if you're at point blank range though, like you can knock their like react. I think you're overestimating how fast the reaction time is for someone who is like got a gun pointed at you and they don't want to fire because they're like trying to mug you or something. Granted, I'm gonna also mention like if someone's mugging you, probably just if they're not trying to harm you immediately, probably just go along with what they're saying most of the time. But
Oh
people
no,
who are like
feardragon.
pointing a gun at you, you have to like pull the trigger, and people are actually
They're
quite
attacking
slow
your
on that. You
base.
have the ability to like quickly knock their arm into like the wrong position. And a
now you're
lot of
saying the
people
reaction
react.
time of shooting someone is worse than the reaction time of knifing someone?
I'm saying with a gun, once you fire, you can't like. It's not like I immediately can fire again. Yes, of course there are
Yes, you
automatics
can.
and all this.
Yes, you can.
Most guns are gonna be able to do that.
You're cutting me off. You're cutting me off. I'm saying you can't immediately fire again because you have to re-point the gun again. With a knife,
Please tell me,
using
guys.
it.
Please tell me there's a soldier or a police officer or something watching this right
A
now.
knife is a permanent hitbox. That's the way I'll put it. A knife is a permanent hitbox that's always out. A gun is a hitbox that is very strong and has a lot of reach,
Oh my god, Fear
but
Dragon.
it only exists for a split second.
Fear Dragon, if you are shooting at someone, you will go bam, 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 in like
Correct.
a line, in a box, in a fucking like vertical,
And then
horizontal,
if
doesn't
you
matter.
shoot that many times, you're going to be out of ammo.
Not
But
if
you
you
get
have
like
more than
8
3 bullets in
shots
your
to
gun.
try and actually hit them. For a knife, we're
If
talking
they
like
knock your
enemy's
arm out
You're-
of the way and you're just frantically pulling the trigger, you're just gonna fire
A knife
all
doesn't
8
get
shots
much
from
better.
below.
Way.
A knife doesn't get much better. If you push their arm with a knife out of the way, their amount of time to actually swing back at you
Yeah, but they don't
is
have
like
a
also has
limited
to be
number.
considered.
They don't have a limited number of shots with a knife.
You think that it's gonna take most
Mineral
people
field.
more than 8 shots? Like, I'll give you that most people suck in a fight. that also is the case for someone who has a knife.
Can't do that.
But I'm pretty sure a gun is going to be
That's your
better
creep
at actually
tumor
hitting you
respect.
eventually and doing some serious damage as opposed to just flailing around and maybe cutting you.
Quick note, Pig, stop spreading creep if you're just trying to go for broad bait.
Yeah, take that, Pig.
Completed.
This is such an intense CVT, by the way. This is cool.
I know, this is
Go,
actually
go, Piggly, go, go,
Oh
Piggly.
dear.
And yeah, there was a guy in my chat that's like, I've been shot before, I'd rather be stabbed.
Has he been
The
The whole
stabbed
thing.
before?
No, that's the whole thing. Wait. That's actually so. All this has been talked about, you know, from people who've never been in these situations. But I do know one thing for a fact that, like,
Can't do
I've
that.
been stabbed.
fact
I've-
is
I've been
hard to
stabbed,
say.
yeah. Not
But
been
whenever
shot.
someone says if you're up against someone with a gun, like
That's your
you
creep
can't run
tumor
away
they're
and you
smacking.
can't really like jump on
Mineral
them, right? But if
fields
you're with someone with
depleted.
a knife, it's actually better to try and disengage, like engage them and disengage the
The
knife.
enemy has met
Because it's better to be stabbed and able to run away than it is to be like up against a gun, and you can't do both.
Getting cut is like extremely painful when someone starts like cutting you up
I'm
with a
sure
knife.
it's more painful, but when you're in adrenaline, like you are going to be able to escape with a gut wound,
They do that.
but you're not going to be shot
yeah,
again.
Pain for the most
But
part
I'm just
comes later.
confused. You said with someone with a gun, you can't really easily just like escape and run away. Someone with a knife you can.
Right.
But you then
Yeah.
you said the answer is to engage
Oh,
the
no.
person with a
Your
knife.
Zerg sniffed out the enemy.
So if you're up against someone with a knife, right, like, you can
enemy
try
is
and run
destroying
away,
your
or you can
creep
try
tumor.
and knock it out of the way with like your hand and then run away. The goal is always to run away, right? With a gun, you can't really do it. You're not going to be able to engage
What
them
is the
or run
advantage
away.
of closing the distance and extending your arm out as
For
like,
instance,
a
if they've
target?
already got you locked, for instance,
The enemy
right?
has
Like
met
they've
your
already
Zerg.
got your hands or your body in some way. It's better to try and get rid of it than it is to just be like, yep, gonna go with you to the next location, right? That's what they always tell you not to do. But the gun has a chance to actually kill you. Like the gun is absolutely worse than any
Just
fight
take your hands off
situation.
the keyboard.
Yeah, he had an itchy
Headset was
side. He had an
falling
itchy. Yeah, his headset.
My headset
falling
was
off.
falling off.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you be focused for 2
He's getting all of your bad
Hours.
takes stuck in his ears, and he needs to get them out of his headset before he puts it back on.
Can't use up that extra, though.
Picking a fight.
I remain in my like after this conversation, which I've been silent for mostly. I still remain believing what I believe. I'm unconvinced by anything that's been told me otherwise.
The enemy has met your
What happened
Gunman.
last time?
In a hostile way.
Huh?
Fear Dragon, this is what happened last time Fear Dragon brought this up. We both disagreed with him, and chat disagreed with him, and he just went on trucking.
Keep on trucking.
Whatever. You guys have less self-defense experience than me.
That is true. That
Like,
that
you're
is
talking
true,
about
but
self-defense as in like you against your master in martial arts, right?
No, I'm talking about like self-defense classes.
I'm your
Okay, fine, but
Specifically
still.
for people who are like are
But
trying to
don't
defend
say
themselves
we have
against
less.
attackers.
We don't say we have less self-defense in an actual like
Can't do
scenario
that.
where these two things
I'm
happen.
gonna counter what you just said by saying that you have had as much
Sir,
experience in a
picking a fight.
gunfight as we have.
Ah, they do that.
Or that, yeah.
That's true.
Your creep tumor's in danger.
And also, I probably have more experience in knife fights than you do. How many knife fights have you been into? Yeah. I've been stabbed.
Well,
I have
Yeah,
been
that's
stabbed
more
with
my
my
point.
blade.
Real knife fight, I will agree. I have
Yeah.
not had.
Yeah, I'm talking real knife fight. I have
Okay.
been stabbed several times.
Okay. Then sure, I will agree with you there. Practice knife fights, I think I might have an edge, but
Field is
And,
gone.
and I am so happy that guy didn't have a gun. That's all.
Oh, just about tops it there.
Your Zerg
okay.
Because you can
I will-
run.
Whatever. You
Also,
guys are
another
right.
thing.
I'm done with this conversation.
Another thing is you can run from the guy from the knife.
Nothing left of it now.
Yeah.
I already said that also.
Yeah. Which to me adds to the less deadly column.
I know, but the whole conversation was around like a narrow, confined space that you can't run.
Okay. Fair enough.
That was
Then
like the
I will.
entire initial setup for this.
Okay.
The
Fair
gun's
enough.
the scarier, for
Uh,
sure.
Oh, shit!
That's
Those
not
ghosts.
Man,
The enemy
I
has
thought he
met
would be
your
lower
Zerg.
on money, man.
Super Mario's just shown up in my chat.
Yeah.
You did indeed play on stream,
Mineral
Super Mario.
fields
You did indeed. You gateway man. You disgusting gateway man.
Oh, that's a good point. Joe.
That is
Why
funny.
Maynard was stabbed
Did
so
he
much
just
for his story.
EMP your
I
ultra?
agree.
Why was I stabbed?
Yeah.
Dumb fight. Dumb fight. Streets of
I
Adelaide.
thought it was a bar fight.
Yeah, it was sort of like an outside the bar fight, but yeah, basically.
Knowing Australia, it's probably some wild animal.
I've been in a lot of fights in my life,
depleted.
like a lot. So it's I'm not that guy anymore. I used to look for them as well when I was
defer
younger.
to Maynard.
Defer to me for what?
Fighting experience.
Fighting experience. Real fights with people that want to cause me harm. I have had quite a few. I've had some sparring matches, but like boxing and stuff. I've done a lot more than that than actual like, oh, this guy's trying to hurt me kind of thing. But yeah.
And if you want to personally be more intimidated by a knife, he's more scared of a knife.
I am honestly, to be fair to feardragon, I am terrified of both, and I will never ever fight someone that has either from now on. When I was younger, I thought it was a better idea. I thought I could disarm Knife Man, and I was wrong.
The enemy's destroying your creep tumor.
That is
Yeah.
a lot of
Zerg
sensor
are
towers.
picking a fight.
They do
Well,
that. The enemy
Thoughts on
has
bringing a
observed.
hammer or splitting maul to a knife fight? Well, Nero Augustus, unfortunately, I didn't have a flail nearby for me to grab or a two-handed broadsword or a spear nearby to.
I'd take a spear. Yeah.
Yeah, spear seems really good.
Towers literally doesn't cover
Anything
any
for a
area.
bit more range, you know?
Now.
You're not
Your
backseating
Zerg
Jason.
sniffed out the enemy.
I
Yeah.
can backseat whoever I want, right? I can
That
go
is-
to
that
Jason's
is
chat
true.
right now and backseat him.
He did not consent to this.
Yeah, he's non-consensually
rarely
getting
do.
backseated right now. They really do. Yeah, not even a trusty cudgel, Zeph. I didn't even have the cudgel. It's crazy. No mace. And I'm talking about the one with the spikes on it, not the one that you spray in people's eyes.
Tumors and
I would
Zerg are
absolutely
picking
try and
a
run away
fight.
from every single fight.
And you should. You should. As a more sensible person that's grown up a lot, I will say to people you should run from fights. You should also not instigate them, and you should disengage. Always. Yeah.
First you diss them, then you gauge the reaction.
I like how I made Pig play another game.
I know. Now he's in a
30-minute
fucking
game.
30-minute game.
This is free content. We don't have to do anything. Yay! Go Pig! Pig, you're the greatest. Thank you so much.
I love
Look,
you
I just got
guys.
gifted 5 subs and haven't done anything yet. Thank you, Kybrit. Thank you, Keybrit. Sorry, it's Keybrit. I just learned. Thank you, Keybrit, for the 5 gifted.
Oh,
The enemy has met your Zerg.
knowledge.
Yeah, it's a Bulgarian word.
Your queen
Keybrit.
Do spreading creep tumors show up on a sensor
Zerg
tower?
enemy strike at your weak fleshy drones.
Actually,
No.
I don't think so.
No.
It should, because structures do, and creep is a structure.
You've mined a whole
Yeah.
cluster.
Temporarily a
While
structure.
they're being spread. I mean, not. I know that they don't show up otherwise because sensor towers don't reveal.
That's your
This sounds like
creep
something you
tumor
could put into a
there's
99% useless fact video.
Ah, Fear Dragon.
Nope, no can
Maybe
do.
useful,
I'm shutting down the
snake.
series.
What?
Fear Dragon. I was waiting for you to do
that
a
why-
video
I'm stopping at 64
on.
because it's a good meme.
He's like, I'm going to stop providing content to the StarCraft community that clearly loves that content because 64 is a good one.
Yeah, actually.
There's so many interesting facts.
I mean, you do have to run out eventually. You do have to run out eventually. That is true.
Just like
Actually,
my
not only that,
patience.
but there have been people who have suggested useless facts that I had planned. I had literally already made a video, and I'm like, I can't
Mineral
use this
field is
anymore.
gone.
Oh,
Oh, no.
dear.
And I actually delete the video. True story.
Wow.
You've mined a whole cluster.
You're a
Wow.
strange person,
Enough
Robbie.
of it now.
Yeah, Robbie is
Can't
strange.
do that.
Can't or won't.
Sometimes
can't
I'm
let them
sometimes I
get
look
the
at Fear
better.
Dragon and I look at his head and I'm just like, what's going on in there? You know? What's going on?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on in there? Wish I could unlock those secrets.
Your Zerg sniffed out the enemy.
I think he's the only person that can make me argue
You know what
for
I
like
just
30
realized?
minutes straight.
We are at the almost 30-minute mark,
Yeah.
and Pig has not seen Jason's face. That's kind of
Well, you don't
funny.
need to see it after.
I know.
Your
I know
base is under
why.
assault
It's just
for
funny
orders.
to me.
If it takes orders.
What's on your head there?
What's going on?
Is that really like? Is that really that change of a thought? It's not like a kind of What's
going on?
Never saw
I
when
mean-
the guy spawned.
It's a little lol so random. You know, it's like. Oh.
They're all out. Your
How is
Zerg
that-
are picking a fight.
They do that.
Can you stop backseating my backseating? Okay.
No. I will not stop. You're welcome.
This map hard beat Terran. Terran take good
Terran, stupid. Me no likey Terran.
Pig, make
Ever
a
heard of
choice.
Shift Q
You
injects?
either ban, you either burrow ban.
I want the
or you
transfuse
strike
energy.
free.
I don't have enough money to use lava. Ah,
Zerg are picking
Okay.
a fight.
Now that you brought the queen forward,
They
then
do that.
we'll allow it.
Use that
Your
gas.
base is under threat.
Shit, I wonder if I can unite us in the main right now. Here's the bio heavy gunner.
Your Zerg sniffed out the
You have to put a
enemy.
lot into it.
Yeah. And Jason could probably pick up a lot of his armor and medevacs and deal with it.
Maybe.
The enemy's
I mean,
destroying your creep tube.
Crackling's in the main, being able
The
to
enemy
burrow.
has met your Zerg.
Pig, I feel like
He also doesn't have that many medevacs now.
I'm gonna do the best backseat comment ever, and this is something that I see a lot when I play long games in Twitch chat. I feel like if you didn't make mistakes 20 minutes ago, you wouldn't be broke right now, Pig.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if that was actually the backseat. I hate when people are like, you know, a 20-minute game, I take one bad fight at the end and tap out, and they're like, yeah, you might have won if you didn't take that one bad fight. And I have to sit there and just be like, no, look what I did wrong first.
Ah, they
Look
do
at this,
that.
and look at that, and look at this.
And looking like this and like this and like that, and
You know, I understand why that is better
The
for
enemy
overall
is
improvement.
They're attacking
But I
your
do
base.
sometimes wonder if when
So
we
serious.
always,
Your
it feels
Zerg
like
sniffed out the
exclusively
enemy.
think that way of like, here's the first mistake that I made. I sometimes wonder if like pro players or people who play like think like that are worse at coming back in games that are behind them.
oh for sure.
Your base
There,
is
yeah,
under
that's like
threat.
absolutely like if you think about the last fight, you're focusing more on scrappy comebacks, these rare unique situations, and solving those. Otherwise, you're
Yeah.
trying to solve the more standard
That's your
situation.
creep they're smacking.
Oh, hello, Bio. Like I know
I mean, when I
I know
think-
I've lost this game, but you know that feels.
When I think of players who tap out too early from games, I actually don't necessarily think of players who would probably be oh, I thought of the first thing I did wrong.
Enemy
Type.
strike at your weak
I feel
fleshy
personally
drones.
attacked.
Well, okay, for instance, I'm thinking of you Thermal as one of the guys who taps out of games, so maybe he could come back.
Wait, really?
Mineral field is gone.
I guess he's done that a few times, it's true. But yeah, he's like a master of scrappy games.
Yeah, exactly. He's like a very scrappy player. I mean, the other thing is that I don't think of many pros who don't.
I'm watching these
like,
queens mass transfuse each other.
I think of a lot of pros, and I think most of them are the type that would be like, I did this thing wrong first. And that
Oh my
really
god, Pig
threw
is
me
being
off.
that guy who GG's and doesn't leave. It was a long game. It's justified.
The enemy has met your Zerg.
In a hostile way.
Oh, any dances units? BM.
Your drones are taking a beating.
PM if you're losing.
Tell if you're. Oh no.
Tell feardragon is a
Nice.
shit.
Yeah. Get him.
Sounds like you need to. It sounds
Get
like
him,
there's a
Jason.
Twitch chat. Sounds like there's a Twitch chat you need to spend
Wow.
some
Can
time
you
in.
guys stop egging him on? He's the enemy here, okay?
GG's Pig.
GG, that was a fun game. That was
GG.
actually really sick.
I
Holy
enjoyed the
shit.
40 minutes of free content that you just provided for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Maynard, you're up.
I love how he just yeah, he would like crush me in a fight, and then I'd pull back and I'd land sick fungals when he's trying to counterattack, and then he'd pull back when I'm counterattacking and he'd dick me, and we were kind of both defenders advantaging each other a lot. Those are the funnest games.
All right. And that earns Jason a sub from Pig.
Thank you so much, Keybrit, for the 5 gifted subs. Much love, mate.
A gun that shoots knives is the scariest gun.
Or a knife that shoots guns that shoots other knives.
Ooh, favorite video game gun? The Penetrator from Fear. You guys remember that gun? Like pins people to the wall with like these big steel bolts it sticks to them.
That was in Quake. They stole it from Quake.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was called the Perforator in Quake. Yeah.
Ah, Quake 2? Quake 3?
PSs are
actually-
for jocks.
Because I
Perforator was in Quake 1, but
Oh,
the
really?
pinning to the wall thing
must
was
have been
like...
one of the late. Oh, okay.
Actually, did it pin it to the wall? I don't think it did, actually. Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, cool. A Masters League barcode. Awesome.
Oh shit.
Luckily, I'm a barcode too. Yes! All right.
Yes.
Okay. Now message him the question mark after the game.
He's gonna be like, fuck Australian server or something.
Yeah.
My favorite is when people do that, and I'm like, it was US West, and they're like, no, it's always on Australia. I'm like, it's not. You're an idiot. Check the server before you leave.
Well, maybe sometimes they don't want you to have to play in ping. Ever think about that? Maybe they're just looking out for your benefit.
That could be it. If you would have researched speed, you would have won, says chat. Didn't I queue it up? Were they not speed ultras? They might not have been speed ultras. That is true. That actually probably would have been a game-changing upgrade. I thought I'd queued it, but I probably didn't have the money when I queued it up. It was a messy
Ultra
game.
speed?
Yeah. Gives him a big boost off creep, and I was almost always fighting off creep, so yeah.
Ultra speed is so weird. I still forget it exists in the game half the time.
Oh, Maynard!
You are just killing it right now. Are you about to get promoted or something?
I did just get 40 MMR.
I know.
Wow.
I'm gonna wait a little bit and let him get on the game.
Oh, I don't have this account on my friends list.
I forgot the Usain Boltralisks upgrade, yeah. One mine, good 38 kills according to Jason.
It's just
Yeah, there was a fight on the top where I sent a big squad of Ling Bane to deal with his drop, and then I looked back and the Ling Bane was gone.
MMR. I think he's just tanking his MMR because I see him go in game and then available over and over again.
It could be, or he doesn't want the Australian server. Some people do that, and they don't understand the concept of you should probably check that the other guys found a match before queuing again, because they're rage queuing.
Oh, I actually, okay, I have chosen Australia. Whoops.
I don't think it matters.
Good.
I mean,
All right.
too much, right? You should still,
I got a best match.
you should still get Australia versus Australians mostly. I think there'd be plenty of Aussies playing right now. They're in
I got him
ISO.
again, I think. It says he's in game, and I just got to
Oh
pop.
no.
Okay,
Oh,
everyone,
no.
try and
Oh, no.
snipe Maynard.
Yay! I got a game. Yes.
Yes.
Fucking yes.
Oh my god.
Why don't you tell them to have fun?
I don't want them to have fun. I just want them to have luck.
Serious business here.
Really? It wouldn't be the opposite way? You wouldn't want them to have fun, but just no luck?
Makes
Chat
sense.
says that my game actually was too short, so I should have played another one. I'm sorry. I've let people
Yeah,
down.
it was sub
Yep.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
That's okay. You can go twice next time.
This is gonna be the thing. I think I should only be allowed to play one game each week if we keep this up. The last time I was here 2 weeks ago, we had that Stefano game that was like over 40 minutes as well.
Oh, long games.
It was a fun game, though.
Yeah.
TVZ on a parody industry.
I think I'm more chill when you guys are chatting in my ear. Like, I'm not as serious, so I don't get as tilted and throw games as quickly. Like, I think I'm in a bad spot, but I just keep playing.
Yes, we are helpful.
I'm always amazed. You keep chiming in randomly.
helping.
Like, when I think you're super focused.
Oh, that's Bullfest.
I mostly am. I was totally with zombiegrub and feardragon. Zombiegrub and Maynard, by the way, on the knife gun.
Yeah,
thing.
because we're right. Like,
Yeah. Especially like a handgun. Like, don't get me wrong, if you've got a big old light machine gun.
If he had a
and-
blunderbuss for hunting elephants, like an elephant gun, I'd probably be like, you know what?
Whoa,
a little bit more afraid of the
you're,
knife.
you're less afraid if they have a machine gun over a handgun?
If you're in a cramped space and like if it's cramped quarters and you got a machine gun, like a big fucking, we're talking about like a 40-kilogram weapon that is very large and
like a
very
belt
hard to
mounted
aim.
mounted
I'm talking
one.
like a
How
yeah
is that
belt.
Like a
American?
Bren gun. Are you talking about like a Bren gun?
Yeah, I'm talking about like a proper machine gun. Like I don't know what the modern machine guns are called. What's it called in CS? What's that gun called? The Para?
An AK-47. Oh, the Para. Okay.
Like the big old fucking
AK-47
machine
is,
gun. I'm not talking not just a standard rifle. Like I'm talking about a big fat machine gun. Like an M240 or
kind
something like
a
that.
burly guy in an anime would have to carry.
yeah.
If it becomes a
Yeah,
turret.
yeah. Yeah, an M249, something like that.
Like if I Googled
Less afraid of
cartoon
that?
machine gun,
Gotcha.
the kind of thing I'd find.
I understand.
I understand that reference.
Anyways,
A good old Gatling gun.
I think
I
I'd
still-
have a chance against someone with a a rifle, like a Civil War era rifle.
Someone's got an
I take
old
those chances.
big long rifle, yeah.
That was only one Ling. Where's the second?
In fact, in the
Guess it doesn't
Civil
matter.
War, they should have just charged each other. Their accuracy was pretty bad anyways.
He's droning. I'm good.
Pig, you are talking like a minigun now. Oh my god. Are you going to correct me with technical talk and you're calling it a minigun?
Gatling gun.
You think it's a
Talking about the
large?
gun
We're gonna call it a
Panic
fucking
Viking.
minigun, like this is
Yeah.
Command and Conquer or some shit. ARs are basically close to AKs, not but in comparison to a pistol or LMG. Well, AR is not a technical term, first of all, either. Assault rifle is a little bit of a vague term, which generally gets used. But an AK is absolutely an assault rifle.
Yeah.
For sure, 100%. There's many different rifles. But yeah, we're talking about a... So when you talk about a machine gun, an LMG or something like that, you're talking about something like an M249. If we're talking World War II, it's an MG42, a Bren gun.
Depots.
Oh, you don't need
What about
depots. Just
guns,
throw your
babe?
Hellions in.
You're 41 or 46. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're missing us.
The M60 machine gun's called the Pig. I like that. I want one.
This whole conversation is feardragon's fault. You're right, and the Americans don't know anything at all about guns.
Yeah.
It's an
armor.
Armalite
Pig's
rifle?
the only
Oh,
one
I
selling
like
it.
that meme. Nice.
I don't play enough first-person shooters to know anything.
I don't play them first-person shooters.
I did shoot a gun once at a tree when I was 7.
I don't even know what
kind
an
of gun?
AR-15 really is. Everyone's always like,
Hey,
people
you
think
got
You got a gun when you were 7?
Yeah.
What
My,
kind of,
my
was it like
dad's-
a BB gun or like a?
No, it was an actual handgun. My dad's
Oh,
best
wow.
friend is like a kind of a weird gun nut type of guy. Like he actually works for the Library of Congress. So he's super smart, but he has like a cabin with a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
And
Makes sense.
we
You
went
live in
there
Midwest.
once. Do I?
No. But I find that asking or saying that to people who live mostly on the East Coast really triggers a lot of them.
I mean, most people say that I'm Southern. You could have just gone with that.
You're not Southern?
Depends what you mean by Southern.
I don't know either. It's just when you start correcting me with really vague terms, I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know shit about guns either, guys. I play video games. All my gun knowledge is from war shows, war movies, Company of Heroes, FPS games, and that's about it, you know? So it's also very limited. It's just funny because there's always someone's like, I can't believe you think the thing. It's like the same thing as when you fucking talk about working out on social media and suddenly like 20 people are like, you're doing your push-ups wrong. And I'm like, "Ugh." You know, like there's certain topics where everybody has to chime in no matter how little they know. It's the same thing if you ask a Twitch chat anything about computers. You guys ever see like a girl have a computer issue on a Twitch stream? There's like 400 nerds who've never built a PC telling her how to fix her PC. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, idiots. So this is not me hating you guys. I'm just explaining why I have a bit of a knee-jerk reaction when people who know just as little as me or even less start trying to correct me. That's all. It's a knee-jerk. I'm not actually angry. I snap a little bit because I have a lot of dumb shit thrown at me in Twitch chat all day. It's fine. Gonna go back to backseating Maynard now. Deep breaths, Piggy. I also need a glass of water. It's getting really hot in here. I closed my window because there was yard work going on. So I think I'm having a bit of a Todd moment. Let's go.
How many BCs do you usually make?
Exactly, Desord.
None if I lose one. I
Okay.
usually make 2, but... Well, I mean, I'll just keep making them if they're working. But I usually stop.
Ah.
I have one more. I'm just going to shift queue it.
When they're talking about Southern, they're talking about Tennessee and Mississippi.
Yeah, we've got vibration work upstairs. We've got yard work outside. I think the yard work will be done now though. We've got the double noise gangbang today.
Sometimes I wonder what the game would be like if you could attack move, but instead of attacking, like, for example, a battlecruiser, it would Yamato the first thing it saw. So like attack move and an ability, basically.
Talking about, oh yeah, Alabama, that's right. Bama. you right. It does boggle my mind that West Virginia seceded from Virginia because they're like, we're going to be part of the North. And then they are the most hick part of this entire like tri-state area. How did that happen?
Yeah, but they're anti-slavery.
They were. I'm not so sure about now. There are some questionable flags up when you travel into West Virginia, I tell you.
I'll tell
But
you what.
I think there's one thing I feel like, and granted, I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt entirely on this one, but I feel like when you see the Confederate flag,
Tell me more.
I usually assume that people are not, like, that are hanging that up are not about actual supporting of slavery and stuff. I usually assume that they're just, like, unhappy with the way the government exists right now, and they want to, like, in support of seceding, but not actually, like, pro-slavery.
No, I mean, that's not even the case though. Like, if they have a Confederate flag, most of their excuses that's part of their heritage and part of their Southern pride. Literally, the lost cause is what Southern states brainwash people with. So, I mean, I'm with you, but if I ever see anyone with a Confederate flag actually proudly showcase, I'm gonna harshly judge you. They actually have Confederate flags in West Virginia. Of course they do. Are you kidding me? I was traveling from Maryland to Virginia, and all along the islands, like the islands that you kind of hopscotch between the two, so many Confederate flags. Cool.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, there are a lot of "Don't Tread on Me" license plates. Yeah. When I found out what that meant, I was really shocked.
Is it? It's not better to kill the rocks right now, right? Because
No, I want a choke point.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just wondering because it's like, it's currently your retreat path.
Pick up.
I think he might be trying to flank me. Oh, no.
Depots.
Do you have another depot on the way?
Yeah,
He's
I
a
got two.
command center on the
I got two of them on the way.
What's up? I just went and took my pants off. I was getting so hot and heavy watching this Maynard game. Had to change me pants.
Nice.
What did you change into?
A pair of short shorts, hot pants. They accentuate my glutes.
Oh my god.
I'd love to imagine Pig in never nude pants.
Tobias is my hero.
What are never nude pants?
You don't know what never nude pants? Denim cutoffs. Yeah,
Oh.
you get the.
Why are those never nude?
You never watched Arrested Development?
I did, but I don't remember what.
You don't remember one of the? Oh my god.
It's like one of the
Those, like,
biggest ongoing meme
visual,
jokes.
Yeah, the longest running visual joke they have. Where Tobias can never be nude. He literally like showers with his
Oh,
nudes
no.
But I mean,
on.
to be fair, on a television show, you don't usually see anyone nude.
No, you don't remember anything from Arrested Development. That is a surround right there. OnlyFans is never
On the
nude.
bright side, Maynard, you did call it.
Hey Maynard, what do you think about making drilling claws and swapping into mass widow mine?
Yeah,
I think that would be fucking fun.
If he lets me get there.
I think that'd be fun as
Fine.
fuck.
Peg is an OnlyFans? Yeah, but instead of nudes, he posts never nudes.
If the patch is already hit, Maynard could transition into this Widow Mine stuff so much faster.
Yeah, I looked into it. Like I'm super into having a great audio setup, but I like looked into how much it costs, and I'm like, nah.
What about just
guys-
those little like foam panels?
I actually just
No,
muted
they're
that for my
actually
stream.
nice.
I meant to mute the Discord and I muted it to them. I was saying it costs a crazy amount and it's really hard to actually
Foam
sound.
panels?
Yeah, they actually
Foam panels
the
don't
ones
do
that you
shit.
bought- Yeah, so
Okay,
the ones
maybe I
that you
just bought
can.
shitty quality ones.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll explain, or maybe not. You know, whatever. Just only ever looked into audio editing and shit.
Is
since
someone
I'm a voice
talking?
actor and podcast editor, but it's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll let you continue wasting your programmer money on useless shit. Go ahead.
Zombie Grub, I literally threw a tournament for pro players to dance on stage. I have burnt my money on far worse things.
You make it sound like it was a stripping tournament.
It might as well have been.
Dance, pro gamer, dance. Show me your moves.
Dance for me, Showtime.
I
Thank
was just
you for
gonna
that
say
sub.
that I bought like maybe 25 of those little foam panel things for like $100.
So-
Yeah, I've got
Most
a
ones-
bunch of those as well. They don't do much. Just stops echoing.
Most of the ones that you find aren't actually deep enough, or they don't do enough. Basically, they're too skinny to do something. So they just are mostly for aesthetics. Like the ones that are actually going to do something are pretty expensive. You have to get them from like actual legit areas, not just like Amazon, and they're
Yeah.
really thick and difficult to put up easily.
Mm.
Plus, no one. I would say that. I don't know. Just like listening, I would say that most of our audio setups wouldn't really benefit that much from it. Most of us don't have that much of a hollowy, like empty room sound.
Yeah,
Especially
and-
Maynard and Pig, because you're up against a wall, aren't you?
Me or Maynard?
I thought both of you
Well,
were. Although
here's the thing.
I've got a
Maynard
bit of
uses
a.
sure SM7B, so that like he does not need anything basically.
I
Why?
could put up a lot more kind of sound deadening and stuff for sure, and I really should. I've still got a stack of cheap foam things and stuff, but yeah, it's usually all right. I think it could always be better. I'm sure there's audiophiles who are like, oh, that could be a lot better. But like,
I guess,
it's
but-
funny when you research the proper sound deadening and stuff. Whenever I've looked up the channels of the audio experts talking about it, and I look at the products they suggest, I'm like, and then I kind of crunch the numbers and I'm like, oh fuck, like it would have cost me so much to put that shit on the entire room I'm in, and I don't own it. So then it's like I got to go through all this work, and I don't know, like they might just be like, oh, we want to move in here, or get different tenants or sell it or whatever, and then I'll have to move out. So it's like a crazy amount of work to put into a rental room, and it's like very expensive. And it's why you see a lot of those audio nerds and they're like, yeah, this is the best way, like if you're not going to go to that, and they're just like, this is me recording my audio with a sheet or in a cupboard like you've been doing for your podcast, Zombie Grub. Like, they put a sheet over, or like a big doona or quilt over their head while they're recording their audio. Other people do it inside like a cupboard just with all the clothes there to deaden it and insulate from other sounds coming in. Those are actually what a lot of really good audio people use if they don't have the luxury of setting up a sick studio.
But it's pretty much worthless though. I mean, from like if you're into it, if this is what makes you like enjoy streaming, then like by all means. But I think it's so much like more work to make your stream look better first, and then like get stuff like mixers.
Yeah, well, there's
Compressors
like a
and limiters.
base level. Like parting would obviously be a huge gain because he's done nothing. Like,
Well,
right?
parting would-
yeah.
Parting would gain nothing from putting up phone and egg crates and shit.
No, for him, he just
Better
needs to
mic.
turn his gain down. Like literally, it's like just turn your
Yeah,
fucking
just
gain down and put your mic in front of your mouth. It's like the
Parting
most
could
basic
switch
shit
to a
ever.
Webcam mic
Yeah.
and turn his gain down and it'll sound better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly.
arguably, he will
But it's also just
gain less from it because it's part of his brand now.
But it's also like we always are streaming with something else, Like this is why we can get away with so much more whenever we do anything besides literally like ASMR streams, for instance. But like no one's gonna care if you sound even a little bit like your room is big and large.
The benefit
unless
for
you're doing a
upgrading
podcast.
audio. Yeah. The benefit for upgrading audio is super small.
Yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it.
Beyond
The
the
more you
base
put
level.
into it, the less it really like improves.
Apparently, Parting uses a Blue Yeti. Yeah, he definitely doesn't use it correctly. So I'm gonna go and open
Right.
Parting stream right now because I'm sick of watching ultras anyway. Fuck them, stupid space cows.
He actually doesn't even need to turn the gain down. If he just used his webcam mic, it would actually be better.
It's not in front of him. If you can't see it in shot, so who knows where the mic even is? And he's probably got it pointed in the wrong direction, and it's just his settings suck. Then the Blue Yeti is not a bad mic. I use it. It's definitely like the noob good mic, right? But yeah.
Besides this around here, what went wrong?
I'm
with
still
Gain?
winning. I'm
Yeah,
still
he's
winning.
still winning
Yeah,
at that
like
point.
I actually, besides that surround, like I wasn't exactly paying super close attention, but I actually did not know why things went so wrong.
I think maybe just more harass. Like I'm playing mech at the moment, and I
was
feel
a
like
little bit, I was a
more
little
Hellion
bit,
run-bys?
Thank you.
Yeah, Hellion run bys. I was a little bit sort of passive with my battle mech as well. I was meant to be out a little bit quicker. Also, I was transitioning into Thor's, which I don't think was a good idea. So I kind of thought that there'd
When's the
be some
next-
kind of tier 3 coming.
When's the next bad engagement?
Uh,
Yeah, you were so cautious. Here, you probably could have won.
Oh yeah, being up with the supply.
I should have won this game. My army sucks, I think. Like, I'm just, I'm bad. I like the Widow Mines, but I think they didn't do enough. Oh, I actually accidentally unburrowed these as well here.
You shouldn't have needed them though to win the fight.
Well, his army is just Ling Bane.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you don't. I think part of the problem is that you don't have. Well, okay. Well, one of the problems is that you're using the choke, which at that point I think it would have been better to go ahead and take it down. It's okay not to take it down if you're really struggling through the middle, both of you, like tug of war. But if you're actually pushing into their hatchery and getting a concave, then you should always allow yourself a retreat path. But then,
I actually think another thing that went wrong is I maybe didn't manage the economy well enough. Like, I could have expanded faster as well.
yeah, I
you
do.
could
I do
have.
think you could have.
I actually think
I found myself broke towards the end, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be broke.
What do you think though? I think this solves like the Ling Bane problem as well, where at a certain point you're running a blob around and most of your units are just stuck behind each other and clumping up for
Right.
banelings.
Yeah.
I feel like once you get
I
to like
didn't rehockey
160
these.
supply, you should just have 2 armies, one on each side of the map. And like Jason does this to me, where he will throw an army away, like he'll snipe a hatch, kill a few drones, and like get the whole army surrounded, and I'll be like, "Yeah, you're fucked. I killed off your army," and like. Then he snipes 2 hatches on the other side, and he's already replaced it back
I
at
was-
home. And each
I was
trade is
definitely-
actually good for him because of the fights being smaller.
Right now, I'm desperately trying to hit my control group for the Widow Mines, and they're not hockeyed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to borrow them right now, and then he gets this surround.
Well, that's backseat gaming. I was telling you to complicate your army, like for fun, because I wanted to see Widow Mines kill stuff. So
Well, I actually thought it was a good idea. I was just like, yeah, sure. I'm up against Massling Bane. Why not?
but there's like a lot of good ideas though. But if you haven't practiced it, and then your composition
And now
ends
I'm
up
out of money.
different, right, to what you're used to doing. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
really changed the pace. Yeah, definitely expanding faster. But I think the actual like start of the fights are also not going really well. Like when you said, like just like making a ball of army, I thought you were gonna go into like how he was controlling it, but you know, you had your Hellions mixed in with your Cyclones instead of being like in front of your Cyclones and protecting them, so that they can do what they need to do when your Cyclones get away. I think is another part of it.
Sure.
Also, that last engagement, the one, you know, when you were still winning, probably could have scanned ahead and said, you just transform into Hellbats and your concave is really good.
True. All right, feardragon, go.
Ravi, fuck yeah, he's gonna make some
Guess when
DTs
I
and
last
cheese somebody.
laddered, it was 1 week ago, and then it was 2 weeks ago, and then it
Well,
was...
same for me, feardragon.
3 weeks
so if you're
ago.
trying to make us feel bad for you, I won't.
No, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I just am saying I am extremely out of practice.
If you're trying to make an excuse for yourself, then I don't believe it.
What?
I played one of my
Is it
best
an
games
excuse?
ever.
Is it an excuse? It's not like
After a
the
week of
loss
not
is less
playing.
valid. What?
Bum, bum.
I played my best
Wow.
game I've played in a while after a week of not playing. Besides that one time I stopped building.
Yeah,
for
but you
Bears
have more
to play
natural
Taylor's
talent
hockey
than
game.
me.
Well, that's true. But do you want to be a Rock Lee or do you want to be a Naruto, alright?
I want to be one of the ninjas that didn't pass the exam in the first season. And then they just choose a different profession.
Gara?
What?
Sand Kid didn't pass it?
No, that's the Chunin exam.
Oh, you're right. The one that actually put them in their
Oh,
trios.
thanks, Smallpox.
No one ever cares about those guys.
Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot,
very much,
Bits.
Proxy
I think
BC, for
Why
the
is
sub.
everyone...
All these ninjas suck. It should be. I would rather be Madara. That's who I want.
Can't hear anything.
How rusty can you be at making DTs?
Thanks for not making excuses, says my chat.
He's just sitting there trying to put down a forge for his cannon rush, but he hasn't put down a pylon yet. And he's like, why won't it build? I didn't play for 2 weeks. I forgot how power works.
I actually, in all seriousness, don't play enough ladder and want to ladder more, and I'm frustrated. Like, there's actually this is a very first world problem thing. There are so many shows that I do every week that don't involve ladder. This is the only one that does. And on Monday, I did ladder because I'm just like, oh, whatever. I don't have any EPT to cast. Do it Tuesday instead. And then Tuesday's EPT. Wednesday, I usually have a day off streaming Doom, which I guess I could cut. But then I really like streaming Doom, so I don't want to do that.
Doom's so good, man.
And then Thursday's I got to do my sub replays, and that's Thursday.
Ow.
And then today is Friday here, and that's this. I have to stream on the weekend to do ladder. To do more ladder.
Hi-oh.
That's
Yeah, I get your
annoying.
problem. I get it. I had the same one.
Do you ever think of maybe like every now and then when you're really craving ladder like that, just doing a couple hours off stream. I very occasionally do that.
Oh, I
Not
really,
making content.
yeah.
Ugh.
Every time I play StarCraft, I'm just like, I could be streaming.
Don't you think it's one of those things though, where it's like if you love it and you want to improve, it's kind of nice to do it with zero distractions in that zone.
I suppose so.
Loving this game, wanting to improve. That just means I fail harder.
Well, I do get angrier when I play off
She's
stream.
the personification of the upset good player that's a StarCraft fan. Like, everything that person is. You meet so
Everything
many
I
of them.
try fails. I reach so high and fall so
Yeah,
hard. Why
It's
even
like
try?
I
to begin
only
with?
enjoy this game when I win, and I lose as much as I win, and I only care about
She
my
says
wins.
that she takes another shot of gin and
Yeah.
her life is totally
Pulls
together.
down her fedora, pulls up the lapels of her trench coat.
I do everything right.
Favorite-
I dot the I's, I cross the T's.
Yeah.
I fucking... MMR keeps going down. The world
Barman
fucking
holds up
hates me.
The barman holds up a lighter for her cigar, and she's like, "Trouble, miss?" She's like, "Fella done me wrong."
Life is pain, man.
His name is Ladder. and
Life
he's a
is
cunt.
pain, and the world is black.
Exactly. That's actually.
Life is pain, and the
reverted
world is
back
black,
to-
and everything is pointless.
I'm actually gonna start shopping a Hot Topic and wearing trench
Yeah.
coats and boots, guys.
I look forward to seeing when the doors open again and we're back on planes going to events. I can't wait to see Zombie Grub's new form, new Zombie Grub, the new normal. It's gonna be the black nail polish, really heavy eyeliner,
Yes.
dye her hair like jet black, pull it over her face, grow it all forward.
I want to see it like come into the commentary as well, you know. It's like, why is this Terran even fucking trying? Oh
Yeah,
my
why is he even
God.
trying? I mean, he's so
Terrence is way
fucking
too
dead.
hard.
This guy did not get a.
Ugh.
sniper.
Honestly, if he chose Protoss, he'd already be winning. This is
I'd be like,
this just
I'd be
teaches
like,
us
I'm
that we
really,
choose wrong in
it's like,
life.
and then just wrote it down, going, Jess, I'm really excited for this tournament. What do you think? And she's just like, what's the point? Why are we here? What's the point of this tournament? It doesn't change anything. We're all dust.
We're all gonna die.
We're all dust. We're all minuscule and pointless as far as the universe is concerned. Nothing we do matters. And then she goes and looks at her phone and walks off camera. So good.
Exactly.
Puts
I
her
haven't seen
earbuds in and
Naughty
blasts
Shine.
some fucking My Chemical Romance.
Yeah. Never listened to a single song of theirs. I'm gonna start.
You
So
have by accident.
What's
They're on the
the...
radio.
Probably.
So are we going mass charge blink, Ravi? What are we doing?
I'm just getting a double forge. I'm gonna get charge eventually, but I'm
Okay.
just gonna-
Wow. Double Forge?
Wait, don't you need a third nexus?
That's macro.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
drop
planning
it.
to get third nexus. I just want to actually get up my robo and stuff first.
Okay.
Why do you need the fourth gas?
Yeah.
Why
Because
do
I'm
you
gonna
need
go
a
into
fourth
really
gas?
quick High Templar.
Super Mario showed us earlier
Oh,
that
we're
you
playing
don't
Storm.
need gases. Oh,
Yep.
yes, Storm again.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I sometimes play someone on the ladder who goes that really fast storm and they have nothing, and then they just have
Yeah.
like 4 storms and
That's
they've got like
that's
3
actually me
stalkers and a zealot. Well, the thing is, it's a powerful move. So there's certain trigger points, right? Like I have my Chad's Balls build where I build a Void Ray and harass the Terran with it, and they just fall apart mentally because they can't comprehend what's happening. They're like, "Why would you do a Void Ray?" And they just start doing dumb shit and they throw the game. Right?
And that is how you heal. And then that is how you heal the kill, rather the player that we're talking about. You know, the good player that
Uh,
usually plays standard.
yeah.
Is
Well,
give them not standard, and they just go, "What? This doesn't make sense. This is terrible," and then they lose.
yeah, exactly. Well, it happens to me when I'm playing
Feel
Terran and I
personally
see
attacked
fast
right
storm. I always clump up my army and I walk through storm every single time.
Zombie Grub's on Amazon right now. She's alt tabbed looking at skinny jeans.
I feel like I'm being attacked.
She's like, "What's the blackest, skinniest jeans that I can buy right now on Amazon?"
Wrong place, wrong place.
It's like-
Donation sent it for emo zombie grub stream. I'm already doing a Claire cosplay. I'm gonna do an emo cosplay. Joey, thank you.
All right.
Can't wait to buy myself a red leather jacket.
I think this is enough workers. How many gateways you got, Ravi?
Not enough.
Yeah, just
2?
make like 5 High Templar.
Maybe 6.
How
Can
much
you-
for
can
Maynard
we get
emo
some more
stream?
observers,
Every
man?
stream.
Yeah. I've been making observers.
Yeah, go set them up in pervy mode.
I'm the evolved emo. I've gone so deep into the emo deep end that I've come out the other side, where it's like life is pointless, and that makes me give less of a fuck and be happier as a result.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. So I made it all the way to the other side,
He
guys.
still wears black. He still has dreads, but
Emos don't have
philosophy is
dreads.
transcended.
Emos don't have dreads. They don't like good music.
Let's get up some
I'm
harass.
not sure how to respond to that.
I was.
People with dreads are
I'm an emo expert.
automatically people who know good music.
People with dreads very likely listen to metal and not emo music. Well, there is metal screamo music, or screamo it's called, right? Which is like heavy sort of, but it's a different brand. It's not what I consider metal.
Seems pretty emo though.
Hmm? Pardon?
It's emo and metal combined together.
Screamo. Yep.
Great,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So
Joey.
is that Terran taking a third?
I haven't seen a third.
Well, you just saw his army
wait,
leave,
hold on.
I'm pretty sure. So I think he's going
No, he's
mech.
still got all of his tanks and stuff
Yeah,
over
he's
here.
he's going mech,
He's
right?
mech. Yeah, he's meching.
Yeah.
Mech boy?
All right.
Mech boys.
Reggae is metal. Yeah, dreads don't really.
Actually, dreads
go
are
for
a very.
metal for me.
They super are though.
Most people I've met with dreads listen to reggae. My aunt has dreads. She listens to Bob Marley a lot.
My brother was a punk rock type of guy when he had dreads, but not metal.
It's more of a. I guess it's more of a like an older metal thing, like not like 90s old, but like early 2000s older metal.
My brother is the exact same age as you.
I mean, like bands like El Nino, Korn.
He did like Korn.
I mean, that's
Where he had a poster.
So according to my chat, screamo
Sepultura.
is the derogatory term for metalcore. Maynard, is that
yes,
true? Yeah.
correct. That is correct.
Derogatory term,
It is.
Yeah.
It is true. Yes, it's the not nice way of
Oh my
talking
god, I've
about
been
metalcore.
offending people this entire time.
Emos are pretty easily offended.
Wow.
They're a little bit sensitive.
I get it because they're emotional.
Exactly. It's in their name.
I get it,
Yeah.
So
guys.
are you just gonna mass blink DT backstab and try to
Not like mass doing GT. I'm just making a few. I didn't.
You
You know,
know,
as someone who's been
Blink.
called a career
two prong? Go go go!
I'm just happy
I
to be
reckon
called
he's got
Korean.
go Robbie. Punch the front. He's got tanks. Just
let's
trade all your
go.
zealots. Trade your zealots.
You don't know what's there.
Who cares? They're just zealots. You're on 4 base. Oh, stole the SCVs. Yes.
Oh lord! Shit. He focus fire that shit down.
Yeah. There's a
very
point where mech players don't have enough Hellions or mines to protect their siege tanks from
Feardragon,
zealots.
you're going to have like 3 more bases than he is in a few minutes, and you can just throw zealots at him.
And your DTs are ravaging the natural as well. Yeah. Hi-oh.
Hi-oh. Yeah, this guy is toast already.
Yeah, I used to struggle
Make
with
more gateways.
Protoss versus mech. Then I decided to A-move zealots while driving a prism in the back of their main and warping in more zealots, and then
Oh
I
my God,
won
do those
every
DTs not have
game.
blink?
No,
I
they
struggled
don't.
against mech with Protoss, unless they're going like, unless they get more than 4 battle cruisers, and then I struggle.
Oh my God, this guy's so dead.
Why is it called emo? Yeah, it's because they're emotional. And remember, if you're a man, emotions are bad, Twitch chat.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
if you're ever
So-
feeling sad, happy, angry, remember, shut that shit down and show nothing.
Bottle it inside.
Yeah.
Keep a lid on it. Never address it. Never think about it. Push it to the side, and it'll never creep up in a
Just-
horrible way in the future.
Just be a man. Don't be
Yeah,
a,
exactly.
don't be mentally healthy or
No,
non-psychotic.
never deal with or address anything that makes you feel bad.
Yeah.
You guys know the subreddit unpopular opinion,
I mean,
where
Yeah.
you just turn into a bunch of like fragile people complaining about like minorities and.
Oh, yeah, no, I found out about it the other day. Dot was looking at it, and I was like, what the fuck is this subreddit? This is the
Oh, it's
worst
so
place
bad.
I've ever seen in my life. I was like, I read literally just the name of like 4 threads in a row, and I almost vomited on myself. I was like, oh, so much
only
just
good-
sad negativity.
There's like a couple good unpopular like opinions that I think are actually like in the spirit of the thing. Like someone posted like 9/11 isn't that big of a deal, and they actually wrote this like argument against it, and I was like, okay, that's, that's a
Feardragon?
good unpopular opinion.
do me a favor while you're attacking. Send 1 unit to each corner of the map.
Yeah,
players,
it's not a
mech
bad idea.
players like to take corner bases.
That's true.
for sure, for sure.
I like the
And
name,
there's
by the way,
other-
Tic Tac Toe.
Yeah. Oh, he's not going to lift it. Oh, a questionable decision from the Terran player.
There's other ones like I like stepping into a cold shower. It's preferable to a hot shower for me, and those are also good unpopular opinions.
Wait. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't.
Okay, it's okay.
The responses in chat were like, "Yeah, you know what else would wake me up? Slamming my nuts in a door frame." Not gonna do it.
That's a good response.
Yeah, that's the spirit of it, you know. That's it.
Yeah.
I remember when I glanced through that subreddit and I was like, oh my god, this is just like I have an unpopular opinion. Like I got through literally 2 of the titles and I started reading it in that voice, and I was like, ooh.
feardragon.
Yeah.
More gateways, more zealots. This guy is so
I
dead.
have
He's
enough
just falling
gateways
on.
that I'm spending all my money, but there it is.
Okay.
How about peeing in the shower? Well,
Hey. Like,
I
that's
had,
just normal.
I had,
Dude, that was a macro
what is that?
PBT win. I'm so proud of you.
That's a lot of dude. You know, I actually play macro a majority of my games off stream.
I actually don't know that.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I had cheese less than 5 times before 2016.
Let's be real though. That player literally like did 0 harassment, and never left his base.
Yeah, that was. I
You
had
went double
all the
forge,
free
4 gas before 3 bases. You had 2-2, 6 high Templar, and 3 zealots. That was your army for a while there. So I'm impressed, but we'll see how you go when there's a liberator in your main at 4 minutes.
Thank you, Smallpox, for the 500 bits, and Tin Fox for the 100 bits, and also someone for anonymously gifting a sub to Pig.
Oh, thank you so much, Anonymous.
Oh, actually, Smallpox donated 800 bits. That's why he got to shock on me
Oh
on
shit. It's the Hip Hop Anonymous. My subs are bottomless.
I love that. I'm a hip hop hippopotamus. My lyrics are bottomless.
Zambi Gramby.
Zambi Gramby, you're up.
Though
I've heard of people peeing in the sink to
it's
save
already
water.
10 p.m.
What the fudge?
So
This
that's
is
not
usually
midnight.
when Pig skedaddles.
He's not skedaddling. He's
I'm
hanging
hanging for a
around.
bit. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I actually have anything too
We-
crazy today.
we
My
have got-
schedule's not as
Zombie Grub, stop
insane.
trying to get out of this. It's like,
I don't
another
want to
game
do
of
it, and then
StarCraft?
3 other people are like, "Oh, I guess we're not going to do it because it's so late."
No, we're all going
I'd
for
be
one
that
more
person.
round. Anyone that bitches
Alright,
out before the
fine.
second round is going to be, I'm going to be real like IRL mad, not even fake
Yeah.
mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
IRL mad if anyone taps out before the second round.
Fine.
How long did it take you to get Grandmaster? Whew. Hard to say. GM wasn't out in the early days of SC2. Oh, and the person who messaged it's already offline? Typical. BNet messages. I see them 4 hours later and respond to people who are offline. Free.
A random
Ooh.
player, he's going to be Terran.
Unranked random.
Oh, thank Jesus.
Oh, I was
Oh, he's
almost.
Terran.
Oh, this
I
is
was-
where you just do the
He
thanks,
was
JC.
Terran. Called it.
Called it.
I don't want to play
Zombie Grub just won fake
TVT.
internet money.
Well, you're playing unranked.
I really
She never-
appreciate
yeah.
everybody hanging out. We got a few new people coming into all of our stream chats. I'm seeing, by the way, what's going on. This is the Backseat. This is actually kind of turning into a weekly thing, right? Where I kind of want to do this every week.
Now? After I yelled at everyone for not doing this 2 hours ago and you guys just ignored me? You're going to
Yep.
explain it now?
Yep, that's how it goes.
Did you say?
They call me the hip hippopotamus, popping off the top of the esophagus. It's not because of a water dwelling man named Steve. What's Steve got to do with this? Bloody Steve.
Steve. Oh man, that's such a good song. Holy shit. Classic Flight of the Conchords,
Alright.
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do grocery shopping later. I think Flight of the Conchords is gonna be on that headset. I think.
Hells yeah. So this is the Backseat, guys. We do it at the same time every week. I guess if we want to do the time zone conversion, it starts at 5 p.m. LA time, I believe, which is 8 p.m. East Coast US time. So that's obviously very late at night European. It is 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for the Aussies who are watching. And basically we just take turns playing, shooting this shit. We used to play team games, but after we encountered a high concentration of people telling us to go fuck our mothers and cheesing the shit out of us while watching our streams repeatedly, we said maybe it would be fun if we just play some 1v1 ladder where there's less pieces of shit. So that's what we're doing at the
Also, I hate
moment.
team games. So
I thought that was, yeah, I thought that was because Maynard hated team games.
Well, I didn't want to blame Maynard and throw him under the bus, but apparently he will climb under the bus and put his head under the tire. Okay.
I'm being honest. No, I'm actually. It took me a while to realize it, but I was just like, like every time we finished one of those team game streams, I just didn't feel good. And I thought it was like, oh, maybe the viewership's low, maybe I didn't get enough sub interest. Like, what is bothering me here? And it took a while, and then I'm like, oh, I hate this. It's like, that's what happened. I was like,
this
oh,
causes me physical pain.
oh, I'm like, no, I hate this game. Oh, this game mode's terrible. Okay,
Was that a second barrack, Zombie Grub?
yeah.
What'd you say?
Was it a second barracks or a factory?
No, it was a factory.
Oh, okay. Pretty early one.
Oh,
They had double
I hate
gears.
watching TVT.
Yeah, so basically, the backseat is on. I put it up on YouTube. I don't know. Ravi has sometimes done some highlight videos in the past, but have you done any for the backseat?
Nope, that shit is way too much effort for how many views it gets.
Yeah. I was like, this is actually even better than team games for it. But hopefully at some point,
It is.
Ravi
Something
will
needs
go
it,
back
man.
into the depth of video editing, because
Cool.
those things were fucking awesome. It sucks that not many people watch them, but there's some good videos up on your channel of us playing team games.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did enjoy those. I did think those were fun.
Yeah. So it's a podcast. It's
Yeah,
also
mainly
not
like a
that.
discussion thing.
It's basically us talking shit. Eventually, you know, every now and then we try to bait Zombie Grub to talk about the Confederate flag, Maynard to talk about his
Yeah.
archaic views about, women staying in the kitchen, Ravi and his
That's more
strongly
of a
racist
fear dragon
views.
thing. That's more of a fear dragon thing. I'm actually okay with the ladies being in charge. Fear dragon's the one that's got hang-ups of that.
Hmm.
You missed a conversation last week, Pig, where we were kind of wondering if Poprocks would be activated by vaginal fluid, or if it had to be,
Headphones off.
or or if it had to be a specific type of fluid. Like, is it all fluids that activate Poprocks, or is it the vagine? Can you do it with the vagine? Also, a good time is the other question. So it was like an A into B. It's a waterfall diagram. This discussion.
I think
it's an A into B. So
I think you
What are your
can't
thoughts?
say it's not a good time for everybody, because there's people out there who enjoy, you know, all sorts of strange, hot and cold,
Okay, Jess, let me
ribbed,
know when they're done.
knobbed,
Headphones are
bent,
off.
all sorts of different shapes and feelings, you know?
Yeah. I can't. Consensus theory crafting here, of course, because none of us have really done the pop rock thing.
Yeah, I'm really
Oh, you're
curious
right,
now about what situation. Is it like, hey, when you go down on me, could you please have this candy and slowly release it? Like, what do we? What?
There's like there's the juggling the ice cube in your mouth, but no one's gone for pop rocks yet. Society's got hang-ups.
Oh, it's great. We'll just have like a chill talk about StarCraft. We'll backseat and be silly, and then we'll talk for a solid 15 minutes about Undead and Tauren, and whether they can like crossbreed
sorry,
and
yeah,
dislocating of the jaw to
yeah.
accommodate the girth of the
Also,
Tauren's crotch, that sort of stuff.
says that you should go deeper before second gas.
You should go deeper before they get second gas. Oh,
I think before she gets second guess is what they're trying to say.
okay. You got to be careful. You got to get in there quick.
Oh, I like this drop with the Marauders. This is very nice.
Oh my god, those Marauders are tag teaming the fuck out of that siege
Dude,
tank.
they just spit roasted that machine gun. Dude, they just put
That
pop
was
rocks on the
ballin'.
tailplate of that siege tank.
Oh my god.
The front and I'll take the back, baby.
All right, so Lock confirmed this build does not die to a Banshee. Get fucked.
Oh, get out of here, siege tank.
Get out of here. Get out.
Get out, you
Trying to,
dickhead.
like, predict how
Yeah.
this game would go.
See you, dickhead, on your bike, wanker. Oh, he's out of cloak energy on
There's
those
a second
banshees.
Banshee.
This is one of those rare occasions where a Terran opens without a Raven and wins.
Oh, both Terrans actually opened without a Raven. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That whether they win or lose, one of these people is going to do this without a Raven.
Thank you very much, fam.
Not
Proxy
me.
BC, spasm with the subs. Appreciate
It's
that.
like when
Thank you,
it's
fam.
like when you're watching a TVT and you're like, Terran's going to win this one, Kappa. I'm so funny.
Oh, these are the Marauder. I saw the medevac and my mind just went straight to Widow Mines.
So Maynard,
Oh,
you
like,
sound a
wait.
little triggered by people
Oh my
making
God.
jokes that have been made before. So how do you feel when people say, "Do you smoke weed?" Because you have dreads.
I
Does that?
don't know if that's a joke or just ignorance. But there are people that will come to my Doom stream and go, "This is a strange SE2 patch," and I'm like, "Oh my God, that is just hilarious."
Yeah.
7 times an
Like
XCOM stream
Like,
as well. yep.
anytime you're a StarCraft 2 streamer that 99% streams StarCraft 2 and you start streaming another game, well, this StarCraft looks weird. What patch is this?
Actually-
Whoa!
Yeah, what was
By
what was
way,
the
my
joke I had to
my
ban?
Chat has confirmed. Chat has confirmed, by the way, because they tested it last week. Poprocks are indeed activated.
Oh,
Fluid.
okay, good to know.
Sorry, they
All
tested
right.
it.
It's been tested. Yes. I had
I like
someone
that-
come into my chat a couple days ago and say it, but I couldn't respond to it because it was during a tournament cast. But I believe it's been brought up again here, considering it's relevant to the conversation.
As a streamer, would you say you get asked the same question over and over? Yes, meaningless quips. That's why we have chatbot commands that we make. The 400th time we get asked a question and we make the bot answer it for all of eternity from then on.
That's why a lot of streamers have FAQs.
My favorite is zombiegrub, who not only made a command, but she made a command that links to a video that is a list of fucking goddamn it! I'm holding a drink in my hand, Melty.
Wait, do you have a
links to
dog or a
video
cat
that
called
answers,
Melty?
like 40 questions.
Oh, really?
Fancy the natural.
That's sick. I actually ban jokes. The most recent one was social isolation. People were like, "Oh, don't touch your face," and I was like, "Yeah, you're the 4,000th person who said it today. Shut the fuck up." Like when social distancing was new, everyone was like,
yeah,
"Don't
yeah,
touch
yeah.
your face." Uh-oh, why are you out here on the internet without a mask? And I was like, "Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I can't handle it."
I have got people that every time I've had a bit of it's getting colder over here, and I'm starting to get like a little bit of a cold, and sometimes my nose is running, or I have to blow my nose. They're like, "Oh, Maynard's got the COVID." It's the COVID. I'm like, no one in South Australia has the COVID. We are the safest place in the whole world for the COVID.
Yeah.
Less than 1% of people wear masks, and nothing is spreading at all, ever. feardragon, fuck you, dude. Can the mod permanently ban feardragon64 from the Twitch chat, please? Thanks.
Ha! Fortunately, I don't actually watch Twitch or listen to Twitch chat through Twitch chat, so I can still see it when I get permabanned.
Oh no. He's
Is
getting this
weed culturally a non-drug in most of Australia? I don't know what that means. What's a non-drug?
Caffeine is a drug.
I think they mean, is it like legal?
Legal. Okay.
No, it's very illegal here. It's very illegal. Police will still take it and be dicks about it most of the time. We're usually
They don't
very
care
behind.
as much. They don't care as much, but they do like they'll still bust you for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
It's not like where some people will say like in Vancouver normally it's like even when it was illegal they would be like like no one really cares kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're like whatever.
Yeah, people
more like,
you still have to
If you're
hide
high
it
and
here.
Driving, if you're high and driving, you'll get arrested, obviously. But
Yeah.
if it's like in your house, they won't like. If they come to your house and they smell weed, they won't be like, "Is that the wacky tobacco I smell?" Probable
Yeah.
cause. Kick the door in, come in there and just arrest you or fine you or something like that. They won't do that. They'll just be like, "Oh, it's in your home. Who cares?"
I
if
mean,
you-
I remember as a
high and
kid,
driving.
like being gay was still illegal in Tasmania and shit. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
it's like,
Is auto-
and they were like, "Oh, well, we don't enforce it, so it's fine." I'm like, "Yeah, or you could just fucking repeal it because it's fucked up." Like, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Nah, we'll leave it on the
another
books
law."
just in case we feel like fucking telling them they're not allowed to touch certain people's privates." I'm like, "Why? Why do we still?"
Wow.
This was an extremely questionable attack from our
You
TVT
smacked them
red
down.
Baron here.
Well, I really like this
And the tanks are
player.
unsieging.
This player's
my
whole
God.
thing is I'm gonna like YOLO over and over again, and Zombie Grub's just like
this-
slapping his hands away from the cookie jar repeatedly. She's like,
this
"No,
red player?
fucking no."
This red player is exactly my TVT, by the way, where I just get impatient. I'm like, "Oh, please die to this push," and then they're just like, "Oh no, I still have siege tanks. I've always had siege tanks." And they're like, "No, my only weakness."
Repair
That's my
that.
TVT.
Oh, you did.
Oh my god, that's embarrassing. That was on stream in front of hundreds of people.
Is Raven auto turret harassment really worthwhile? I feel like it never gets more than like 3
At the
kills
beginning of the
most.
game, I think the beginning of the game, yes.
It's always.
Later,
Yeah.
usually.
I like Euthermal's
doing
way of doing it. He
interference.
always goes 3 ravens and then he just does a fucking flyby and kills like 30 workers.
Wow, these
See, like
these Marines are winning the
three
game.
Raven thing, I can get on board.
Go
with. I feel like
Marines!
one-
Yay!
One raven is incredible, Ravi. It's so good, dude. Because even if you just get 3 workers, they lose mining time, man.
Thank you for the raid, Isaac. It was a pleasure watching you get absolutely smacked in the face by Pig earlier.
Oh my
Love
goodness.
you.
feardragon's like, how do I make sure that in a few years I go from few friends to 0? I'm gonna just.
Well, yeah. I'm just kidding. I love you, Isaac.
And then he's already logged off before you say, I'm just kidding.
I know. That's probably actually true.
GG.
GG! CG! Destroying barcodes. Get rid of the barcodes.
GG.
Lit him up.
I liked that opener.
You know what I really like?
First time I did that one.
The Marauders on the tank
I
was
really,
so
I
sick.
really like ZG winning, but I also really like barcodes losing. You know what I mean? So that was everything I wanted.
Try hard cock, try hard cock.
Oh my god, he's actually been losing so much.
Oof.
Oh,
It's
damn.
basically a free win.
Damn.
A solid tier and a half MMR drop, always fun.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
It's my turn, right? Or did you want to play another zombie?
Oh, is that a tournament game? Oh, it shows you the bracket. Oh, shit.
Ah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
If only people. Oh, there's that lost streak. Look at that. There it is.
Oh no.
Oh no, someone's had a bad day.
There's a
Oof.
lot of red on that screen.
That's quite a bit of red. Okay. So, Pig? Yes, Pig. You're up.
Let's go. How is permanent migration to Australia from America? I have no idea. Apparently, if you don't get sponsored, it's not easy. Yeah, it'd probably be if you get a job. I mean, you could probably just come, and if you find work here. If you don't find work, it's probably pretty annoying. If you're rich and you just pay 100,000, there's probably like most countries have like pay a crazy amount of money and you can go live there, right?
Are you asking us?
You guys chat. I don't know. I feel like most countries have a system where you go to like a migration lawyer, and they're like, yeah, you give us 100 grand, we can get you citizenship or like
yes,
residency in basically any country, because every country is like, oh yeah, if people are rich enough, we'd love them to come live here because then
Canada
we can
has
tax
it,
them.
Korea has it.
Yeah.
Japan has
I
it.
actually don't think Australia does.
I feel like we'd probably have something.
We probably have something like that. Because we're
It's
really
actually not
big
that
dicks
much
about
more
people
than-
moving here.
I think Japan was like 80,000. There's a famous like Korea couple. They're white and they were living in Korea and they wanted to move to Japan and they fundraised the amount to do it. Because it's not like here's 100K, let me be a citizen. It's basically saying I'm gonna make a business in your country, and here's all the amount that I'm giving to you plus anything else I'll make with this business. At least that's what it is for Korea and Japan.
But you
It's,
have to make a business, and
Yeah, you can't just be like, I
Okay.
am now here, give me a job. It's
Mhm.
more like I am giving you guys business that would otherwise be going to a different country.
Yeah, well, like,
It's
I mean,
like
for
a
some
work
people, if you're a streamer, for instance, or someone who basically can work remotely and you're just like, hey, I'll pay you guys tax. Like, there are countries that are very, like, flexible with it. They're like, oh, you can come here and just keep doing the same work you're doing, so you're not taking a job away from anyone in our country, and you're just going to add tax income. And they're like, please come, you know, come set up and give us tax money.
Come, my
But-
lady. Come, my lady.
A lot of countries are pretty behind though, so they've got the like, no, you need to come and build a business in our country, like traditionally and stuff. And you're like, but I already just make money making my ASMR YouTube videos. Can't I come to your country and do it there?
I wonder if it's a tax thing. Like, they are worried that if they don't have the business declared there, they like might not have full taxation rights or something.
Okay, head out.
I'm not going to tell my
Try to look
race.
into it.
Some fighting.
We're playing
Oh,
parting.
it's parting. Jesus.
Good luck, have
Again.
fun, big boy. He's going to ask me my race, and I'm not going to tell him.
Tell him he didn't
Proxy
deserve
action.
to win against Maru.
You actually should.
Tell him Maru played better and he only won because
You
of his
hurt
race.
Maru. Now I fight for sad Terran. Let's make smile on your
I like
face.
That. I like that.
I actually was super cheering for Parting and TY.
I was too, actually.
So
I was
that was
actually.
it was actually very cool.
Yeah. I was like,
actually so sad you
with the
didn't proxy
parting,
action.
like I had a lot of like I love Dark, but I obviously love TY a lot more. So in that series, I was definitely cheering for TY. But in Parting Maru, I was like, I really love Parting, but at the same time, I'm just a fan of Maru, even though I don't think personally he's like a cool player as personality wise. I just think that he's a, you know, like the best Terran in the world. So like, yeah, sure, good Terran's winning, hell yeah. I'm down with that. So I had no skin in the game for that Parting Maru series, which was made it more fun to watch. The Dark TY series, I was actually sweating a little. Like, come on, Taeyang, do it.
Dude, he dicked him so hard in that first game with the proxy racks. He got like way ahead. I was like, whoa, That was actually insane.
Did you guys see all the European Zergs say that it's imbalance?
Yeah.
Did you see Kelazur's meme?
Oh, dude, that was fantastic. What I don't get is people saying that they're like, I don't get this. I'm like, how do you not get this? How do you not get this meme? There were so many people saying that on Twitter and like, they were just like, I don't get this meme. I think maybe it's Americans that don't understand that the blue circle with stars is Europe.
Yeah.
I think that might be why.
Bags for the entirety of Europe.
I just assumed
There
that
is
salty
the
Zerg
European Union.
players- Dude, look, I told you, Pig, if you had just proxy hatched him, this would be great.
Don't shit a shitter.
Now
Oh,
you
he is.
proxy
Oh, okay,
hatched him.
all right. Well,
All right. Okay, you know what? I am grateful.
Yeah.
Grateful you listen to me eventually.
thank you for your service.
It is a strange place to proxy hatch, though.
The Ace
last
says, I'm
place.
disconnected from the scene a little too much to get in the sentiment. Okay, I'll explain the meme. European Zergs in 2019, and even before that, were really
Zergs sniffed out
dumpstering
the
very
enemy.
passionately about Korean Zergs, saying that they all sucked. And then, when Dark got eliminated from GSL, they were very vocal on social media with being like, oh my god, Terran, lol, Zerg is finished. This
Well,
patch is just
you
going to make
hatched
this
the
worse, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, and then Kelazor, the meme is basically saying, you have been saying that the Korean Zergs aren't all that for a very long time. It's essentially the joke. I feel bad that I have to explain the joke, but now everyone knows that's watching me.
You
There
know,
you
it
go.
really would have been easier to just think the meme.
No.
People are confused when they see it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's because
I
they
know.
didn't know about the European Union. I think it's just like the actual way the meme looks. It looks like the same person is saying the same thing, but not. I don't know how to explain it. I also was confused initially, and then I figured it out, but not because I didn't know what the European Union flag was.
Okay. No, I was just trying to theorize why people didn't get it. I was like, oh, this is so funny, and I just like instantly retweeted it. But, and then they're like, I don't get it. I'm like, how? I didn't get it probably because I'm not subbed. I mean, you could sub to my channel, but that won't make you get or not get jokes. I will appreciate that.
No wait, it was.
No worries, guys. Yeah,
There
Well,
we go. Oh, it was confusing because it like it doesn't look. I didn't get that he was typing Korean Zerg suck. Korean Zerg suck, and then looking at the results, and like they are
Oh, you thought he was like reading it?
winning. Yeah, I thought he was reading it, right? Because he's reading in the second panel, and then I realized like, oh, he's being contradictory, saying Korean Zerg suck, and then complaining when they lose.
your
I get
base
it
is under
now.
assault.
Mm-hmm.
I remember how I misunderstood it.
All right. Well,
I'm
I
also still trying to figure out-
consider you a very intelligent and sharp individual, Zombie Grub. So now I'm starting to think that maybe there was some confusion in this meme, after all.
I was also trying to figure out how much it costs.
He made it hard.
Unsuccessful.
The thing I'm talking about? What?
Oh, the
Your
visa
Zerg
thing.
are picking a fight.
Oh.
They do that.
Wow, look at live damage.
If you want to move to Australia, there's a place for you, CG, just letting you know.
It's tempting to move to you.
I would gladly accept it.
I think it's better usually, Male Pig, to get the Cyber Core, because he's more likely to want to build more shield batteries
Your
rather than more
Zerg
cannons
sniffed out
right
the
now.
enemy.
This is where feardragon's backseat.
No,
This,
God, no.
this. Are you sure?
Cyber Core has more hit points.
No,
so that
I
could be
feel
more
like-
Queen's
breakthrough.
ready for
What feardragon needs to do is go over to Parting Stream and help him out, because he seems to be in a rough spot here, nearly
Your
killing Pig.
drones are under attack.
Pig has 3 hold rounds right now. And I think as many ravages.
Kill the pylon actually. Pylon thing with this. Probably have more than enough to do that.
Your Zerg sniffed
Do you think
out the
Parting
enemy.
is starting to get a little bit slow with that Prism Micro? Is he washed up?
Yeah, Parting's pretty bad at StarCraft.
He's pretty washed up, I
I don't
think.
know, I usually take showers before I
He's recalling. Unbelievable. Oh wow, he nearly lost that immortal. That's really embarrassing. Parting. Okay, Parting's actually just a hacker.
No, you're
That was not a smile.
He hasn't lost a single immortal. That's ridiculous. All right, I guess he's good at the game.
I was like, nah, he's not actually committing to it. It's a fake, which I almost never do. But I was like, this one time, it's a fake, and then I was like, the cannon went down. I was like, well, all right.
5-7 on an NA looks like a really good time, Pig. Getting to play Jason and parting, and Jason and parting, and then Jason and
Panda
parting.
bear me.
The other day I played top, parting, special, top, Jason,
you
Jason.
You don't have to queue again. You don't have to queue again.
Pig.
It's okay. You don't have to
Pig.
queue again.
You don't have to play another 40-minute game. It's okay.
We've-
Calm down. Just
We will
calm down.
accept the shorter game.
I'm okay with losing to this season's GSL champion. It's okay. I think I can live with it.
Well, no, TY doesn't play on NA.
That actually will be a great match, man. That would be
It
a
would
great
be.
match. That would be a very
I'm
good
very
match.
excited. I actually am very worried. I thought that if TY faced Mario, I actually would be more confident than if he faced parting. I'm actually terrified of him playing parting.
Yeah, playing parting, it's gross. It's actually very gross.
I thought you were an Inno fan. I am an Inno fan, but if Inno gets in the final against TY, I'm cheering for TY, man. That's my favorite terror in the whole world. He's an emote on my channel. It could be an innovation parting final. That'd be sick.
Manor, it's your turn, right?
Yeah, I'm queuing.
Okay.
He's queuing. He's
I just want to
queuing.
know what stream to load.
Mine.
Okay.
Load it up.
Go.
Oh my god, I haven't seen this one yet. Oh, that's so funny.
Ugh. TBT.
Oh, why do you always get TVT?
Did you guys?
I usually get TVZ.
Oh, someone called this a GIF. It has sound. That's not a GIF.
That GIF doesn't have sound.
GIFs don't have sounds.
That's a video. That's
that's
called
a-
a video.
That's a video.
Yeah.
So it's on YouTube?
That does look pretty funny though. I'm gonna link that up to everybody. We'll watch it together after this game. Okay, guys.
My IRL ex-band member brother mate just chopped up into my chat and just said, "Hey man, don't be shit." Dude, Manu, I'm a huge fan of the quarantine. Just how you can be in my chat all the time instead of just rarely, you know. You really liven the place up, mate.
It's actually been kind of nice. The seeing Aussies just fucking hang out on our time zone for once, rather than us just streaming to Americans.
This guy's my brother. He's allowed to say things like that. Anyone else says it, they're fucking banned.
That's always the funny thing is when you do like a bunch of banter on a stream, and then other people in chat are like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself. You're bad at the game after you lose," and you're like banned. And like, but you were saying that with your friend and laughing, and I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah. I was saying that with my friend.
Like, sorry, guy in chat, but shit's in text form out of context. Unless I know you in person, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
that the bad way.
It's surprising how many people just forget really simple concepts, right? Like in this case, context. It reminds me of like the old, if women wear bikinis, why is it bad to see them in their underwear thing? And it's just like, well, they didn't consent to it. And it just is like this really simple concept. And it has to be reminded to people. And it's like, yes, my friend can make fun of me or tell me things that you cannot.
Yeah,
I get really upset.
yeah.
Everyone
mean-
should have the same everything.
Context, guys. It's important.
Context is very important. Some would say majorly so.
Ooh, guys, I just need to raise $100,000 and I can have a business in Korea. I can
Nice.
live there full time. You can just go ahead and fund
Isn't it like $100,000 to like just rent an apartment as well? You could put like some crazy deposit down, like a year's worth of rent or something.
You don't have to.
No,
It's
it's
just an
that
option.
it's. No, wait, what? No, it's not an option.
That's the only way to rent in Korea is to put
Yeah,
down
so
like
the
the
thing-
massive deposit.
So either you go to I forget what the name is right now, but you either go to basically this one room crappy apartment, which is like about $500 a month, or you actually get a legitimate apartment, which is all key money system. And it depends on how good the place is and how long you how much you want to pay per month and how long you're staying there and stuff like that. It can be negotiated. But yeah, it's the key money is pretty big. Or like
I
I
don't
was looking
understand.
into
$500 a month is that's in this example. I don't know how large the one room apartment is, because to me, like,
Do
that's
you
a
remember my
studio.
apartment when I streamed like 5 years ago and it had a bathroom in it? Like, it was literally one room that was the length of me
Mm,
and it had
Okay.
like a shower in it. That's $500 a month with no key money. But there
$500 a
are
month
like
isn't that
some.
expensive though.
Do you understand the size of the room that I was in?
No, because I wasn't there.
I literally mean the bed had to be partially under the desk because the bed was the length of the room.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes.
Wow,
there
that
you go.
sounds smaller than my my Harry Potter closet that I used to live in. That's
Yes,
insane.
it probably was. It's usually used by students who are, you know, quite poor. Anyways, there are like landlords I think that like you can find maybe that do like 6 month instead of year-long leases, for instance, but it's pretty rare. But key money is definitely the way to go in Korea. It's like it's what you're gonna find everywhere, but it depends on the size of the house, right? So 40K for 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms would be maybe an approximation. I was looking into like decent 1 bedrooms and 10 to 20K was what it was, but you get it back at the end. So you
Okay.
might get a decent monthly rent, like of like $600, $700, you know, but for a way nicer place.
This guy wants to fight you, Maynard.
Is 1 square human. Yeah, exactly. That was the dimensions of my apartment. It's like a huge security deposit, kind of, yeah. But you,
Oh my
you get
God.
all of it back.
Melty's saying you can find them for 300 a month also, and it's called a goshiwon.
Yeah, that's basically
Gosh,
what I was
I
talking
won
about.
actually is how it's spelled. Gosh.
Yeah, those
that's what I was
things are.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, you stayed in one. Oh, that is what you were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, right? I thought you
Mine
might
was-
be.
Mine
They were
was 450,
small.
I think.
They were so small.
Mine was like nicer though because I did have a bathroom in my room, but you can find ones that are like, you know, you have a community bathroom.
Questionable attack from my Terran opponent with the aliens.
Yeah.
It's really,
Those attacks are really good, even if there's a bunker and a tank. You just need to
Hey, your
remember you're meant
vibrator's
to
going
lift the
off.
units into the main base. You're not meant to headbutt into the bunker tank.
Nope, wrong button.
By the way, Pig, your vibrator's going off.
Nice.
Yeah, what can I say? I mean, before, you know, I was sitting on my GPU, but then I climbed outside of my computer because you guys made fun of my RGB. So I have to get my my
He's sticking that
wiggly
vibrator. It's like
jiggles.
every now and then, Pig's feedback's just like, make some depots. Well,
Pig,
okay, yeah.
your ass is already hot. You don't have to take steps to keep maintain.
Push him, Maynard. Push him.
Push him.
Go deeper. Go deeper.
Okay. All right.
Maynard, you're not moving out. Oh,
I
there
am
it is.
though. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Why can't you repair a marine?
Depots.
I got
Just
2 of them on the way.
assume, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, we're playing a mech. A mecher.
Oh no.
I normally just chill at home against this because it's Cyclone
I-
Mech. Don't worry, it's Cyclone Mech. This is the one where you just be patient, wait till you're at like 3 base, just camp for a while. Yeah, and just wait for like stim and stuff, and just immediately take your 3rd and Macker up, I reckon. And then once you got like 3rd up and a bunch of bio, then you can go start doing stuff. Because these guys with lots of Cyclone Hellion, they want you to keep like trying to push into them so they can pick stuff off.
Oh shit, my Raven was in a. Oh, I think I lost a Raven.
Yeah.
Do you just leave your Raven on the same hotkey as your army, or do you have it on a follow?
I usually have.
Oh,
I think I've already lost.
No, you're fine. You just got to keep your tanks all together. That's all. You got to keep them all close, like within reach of each other, because the Cyclone range is pretty good.
I'm gonna go and harass with the Raven.
Pig, would he normally have a 3rd base? Like the opponent normally have a 3rd base already?
I'd scan for it just to check. I think he's probably got one down, but I reckon he'd be
Yeah,
similar
he does.
SCV count.
You gotta get barracks before that gas.
Yeah, he's behind on SCVs, I think. So, like, you're still up economically. You just got to be real patient.
Gotta get that production.
Yeah, you just got to be real careful with your bio because the Hellion Cyclone can come in. So, once you got, like, more Marauders
me.
and tanks, you'll be right.
It's okay. I probably would have died before you used it in a battle anyways.
Yeah.
If it's anything like my TVTs.
Yeah, that's why I purposefully like throwing my Raven away. People are like, why don't you keep it alive? It's good value. I'm like, no, it's good value if I was competent.
How do battlecruiser transitions do versus Cyclone
Wait, is he
Hellion?
mech-
If you can get up to a large number.
Is he
Cyclones
mech-
counter BCs until you get to a
Yeah.
crazy big number, Robbie. So
Okay.
it's
That's
it's
what
like, you're like, if I can get to 23 BCs without him realizing.
Oh god.
God.
Never
Oh my
mind.
God.
Didn't realize it was that high.
Oh, he's meching. Oh god.
Oof.
Yeah, you can
That
kind of.
is more Cyclones than Marines.
Yeah, this style, if it gets pickoffs, it gets very scary because it snowballs. It's one of those things, if you can like keep all your tanks sieged and then just like creep to a third and always be sieged and have everything together, there's like a turning point where you have like 6 or 7 Marauders, 40 Marines, 5 tanks, and the Cyclones are useless. But up to that point, they're like the best unit in the game. Cyclones are so
F2,
good in
F2,
small
F2.
fights.
You got a Cyclone in the main that can help.
Oh.
Yeah. Everything Pig said. Like, it's crazy how much... If his Marines were in front of his tank, for instance, and it didn't get locked on immediately, it's crazy how much more effective the defense is. Like, Cyclones really fall off.
They're very fragile. They're like a couple good tank shots in the middle, and you're like, where'd they go? Like, what the fuck just happened?
Even just like
Yeah.
the 2 tanks at the natural that were getting a couple hits off, like they killed half of the Cyclone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of the most extreme styles to play against. There's a lot of things like that in StarCraft, right? Where it's like, if it gets the situation it wants, it seems so unfair. It's like a Blink Stalker attack where like no units die, and you're like, well, this is just not fair. But if you have the critical mass to overpower the Stalkers, like there's a turning point where all the Stalkers die while killing nothing, and you're like, yeah, same thing with Cyclones. This is like flexible, high range, high damage, very fragile unit. It's very annoying to play against once they're ahead. But if you're in a good position, sometimes you just win the game with one fight.
You got build Marauders from that tech lab, too. Not that he's building many Hellions. Like,
Yeah, you can probably stim and A-move those Cyclones back a few screens now.
yeah.
Because you got enough bio, and there's no Hellions with them at the moment.
Ah.
Do
Fucking
Cyclones
F2.
auto lock onto bunkers?
They auto
Yeah,
lock on
as long
everything.
as there's a unit inside the bunker.
Not
Right,
buildings.
as long as they're attacked.
Only if there's a unit in the bunker. Otherwise, I think they ignore it.
Yeah, okay. Is
Stop
it
building
worthwhile to like
SCVs.
put one bunker in front of a siege tank so that just that the siege tank doesn't get auto locked onto when they
Why wouldn't you just put a Marine there?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it's...
true.
It's like the thing where someone takes harassment damage and chat's always
I
like,
would push,
why
yeah.
didn't you have cannons there? And you're like, well, I actually should have just had my Stalkers there. And they're like, but why not cannons? And you're like, because they can't move.
Yeah.
And they're like, but
your
why not
Marines have to
cannons?
minimize-
My thought is that a Marine would die a lot faster, so it has a higher chance of just immediately dying to the Cyclone, whereas the bunker would just like
No, it's...
absorb his.
But it still absorbs the lock-on, and the lock-on cooldown is reset, which is all you need to do.
It would
Send
only
out Marines at least to their
yeah.
extra bases. Cyclones, like, he's not supposed to be building Cyclones for much longer. He hopes to actually win this game, but if he is a Cyclone player, they expand pretty fast.
Mhm.
You should probably be pushing into them.
Yeah. So guys, I need your judgment. We've had chat. Prehensile Leaf said, Pig, just so you know, you messed up the morning sex for me last week. It was all going as planned, and thanks to you, I said, time to take a quick trip to Dicktown. She laughed so hard that the whole thing never happened, so thanks for that. Should I be proud of this?
Yes.
Because
Also,
I am
Army.
proud. I am very
Yeah,
proud.
no, I'm
Armies
not-
should be terrible.
I'm not afraid of that army.
Yeah, good. Shouldn't be.
No, you don't say quick trip. You
Oh,
say
God.
quick tip.
Always scan ahead, though, in case he brings tanks. Or Widow Mines in this case.
Oh boy.
Careful with
So,
Widow Mines.
yeah. That was pretty good micro, actually.
Ah,
I like how this
Some are
guy...
surprisingly effective sometimes.
Oh, they're so good. Just a few of them peppered through, right? They're like the Viking Slayer and the Marine Slayer. Those are the two units they
those
just
mules.
destroy.
On the 4th.
Marines
And
can't
we rally.
attack or Marines don't attack Widow Mines without getting in range, right? Like they
Right.
could, but they usually don't.
Oh, he's got
Right.
tanks. Okay.
Already transitioning. Ugh, mech players.
I actually would, if I was playing offline, I would have left this game like 10 minutes ago.
Well, you shouldn't have.
I care more about my brain than I care about my ladder points.
Put your Marine back on their 4ths. The other 4th too.
It's JRE's fight companion, but for gamers. Yeah, also a difference. When they're doing the fight companion, there's professional fighters. We
on
are
the left
definitely
side.
not that.
Tank siege.
You
on the
were.
left side.
You are like the retired coach, Pig.
Yes, yes, yes.
The retired coach who gets in the
Yes.
ring and hurts his
Yes.
back like the moment he tries to throw a punch. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that still worked for Rocky, right?
Nicely done.
I want to make a 14 more movies.
Counter.
I am.
76-year-old Rocky. This still seems really plausible. I'm like, oh, okay.
Check the other 4th base too.
Wait, wasn't the movie Creed basically the idea that Rocky eventually just becomes a coach?
Yes.
Yeah, it's literally what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched
Does
Creed.
Does he have the bottom
It's
middle
alright.
base,
Creed is really
Maynard?
cool. I liked it.
Yes.
All right, so you're rotating to go to attack that, yeah? Yeah, boy. If I were you, I'd also build 2 more command centers on location the moment the skirmishing dies down. Like, I'd just be taking some corner bases
Yeah.
or whatever.
Is he
For sure.
remaking Cyclones?
Yes, he is.
Beautiful. Those 2 on location CCs, I love it. That shit makes me so wet.
And also, prepare for a starport transition since you have
Yeah, I was
money.
gonna-
I don't think we're going to get there. I think just biotank is all we need.
Do you
no, we're
think
not.
opponent is gonna transition?
To starports?
Yeah.
No, but I think it's going to be a safer way of killing him than pushing your head into tanks. I know the same exact frustrations, the same exact way I lose games against this guy is how Maynard does. He's
I
not
thought that
gonna
was going to go a lot worse, actually. You did kill a lot of his
Yeah.
stuff. You just got to focus your tanks on his army because he's coming on
Is
to you.
that this was a disaster for his pacing.
Hot tip for the viewers, Terran players out there, if your tanks are shooting a planetary, they're not going to change targets. So your opponent can just
Yeah.
A-move your tanks if you're not
Actually-
watching. So a hot tip if you're slow and you don't like looking at it all the time is leave half your tanks in range of the planetary, half out. So at least half of them will still shoot the army when it moves in.
If you, I know this works with cannons. I don't know if this works with siege tanks. If you right-click the planetary and then hit S, your siege tanks will hit the planetary until other units come in range.
Oh, so sorry, you hit S after you've
Because I
clicked
know
the...
that it works with cannons, with like bunkers, for example, where if I right click a bunker or like a supply depot or something, or a pylon, and then I hit S, it'll keep attacking that supply depot or that pylon or whatever until another unit that can attack comes in range.
It's actually a
Right.
very useful fact.
Yeah, that was a printf minute fact.
Yeah. As you say this, it's like
Yeah.
I'm remembering that. I think Printf went over that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a really
guys
important
will.
cannon rush thing. I don't know if that works with tanks and planetaries. Might be different.
Ooh.
Because usually you use this on like supply depots or bunker or like empty bunkers and stuff. I don't know if planetaries being able to attack, even if they're out of range, changes it.
Yeah. Yes. The Liberas is actually really nice. If you can like siege some of those libs once you've got a forward position that's like already distracting him, he's probably not going to be able to respond to him. So it's actually super
Right.
sick.
But you need to also get fusion core in range.
Oh, yeah. Hold up.
Yeah, watch out for the tanks. There's a layer of tanks down there below that. Yeah, they're below your screen. So you've either got to rotate right to the natural or you're going to go around the left to hit the 5th base.
I want to cut the head
Okay.
off the snake. I want to go on the natural.
My
Oh,
man.
okay.
I like a YOLO into the natural. Oh, he's got some Widow Mines, but if we spread forward, I think we can do it.
Move on to you. Soon to win.
Skedu!
Oh
Goodness,
god, he's
what's-
doing the watcher play. Ooh, nice.
Open that main base.
And to clean that up.
Scans if it don't mind. Yeah. Nicely done,
Oh,
Maynard.
good focus fire.
You can attack his third with the leftovers of your bio now, I believe. I think it is undefended.
He's gonna tank there.
No, he did not move them. Come on, Zombie Grub. You've been watching too many pro games.
Have I though?
Yeah, they're like defending the fourth. They're not even defending the third. Goodbye factories, goodbye third. That's what I'm talking about.
It's better to kill the factories in this spot over the SCVs in the command center, right?
What do you guys think about the TSL end of game movement music? By the way.
I love it. Yeah, I
I
love
wasn't originally a fan of a lot of the music for TSL, and then after like 3 hours, it really grew on me, and I really like it.
I'm still kind of like what, but maybe I just need to watch more. I'm still catching up on the VODs very slowly. So
Actually, I feel like the
Maybe that's
It's
it.
atmosphere.
definitely weird.
Yeah, I feel like the atmosphere when Day 9 was casting, like Day 9's style was like weirdly appropriate for that music.
Oh, I get it. Day 9's a perfect caster. Jesus.
I'm not.
Shut up, feardragon.
Okay. Oh my god.
I don't need to hear it anymore.
shut your fucking
I
mouth.
understand. Everyone's Day 9 to cast the finals. I don't care about any other casters. 2010 was the best year for StarCraft. Get it.
All right, I'm done.
The plot thickens.
He did. He tweeted about it.
Well played, Maynard.
You think I've won?
Well macroed.
Yeah, oh, yeah, you're doing good. You're on the path. You're on the road.
what
Victory
we're
isn't
doing.
there until the fat Terran sings, but you know.
I think he stopped his momentum.
Now I win.
Okay, yes.
At the
Good
exact
night,
right
sweet
moment.
All the
prince.
tanks are on siege and at the front. Never mind.
Oh, I thought he wasn't microing because he was GGing, but he was looking at his base. Okay. I was like, oh, cool. The guy's like move commanding because he's about to. Okay, there we go. Wait, this is Void Zero? Void Zero plays Terran as well? Isn't Void Zero the fucking guy who just does a one base Void Ray all in every fucking game?
I got 22 points from him. Nice.
I might be getting the players
I'm super proud of you,
confused.
Maynard.
Thank you.
TVT in late game has been really tough for you, and you fucking overcame.
Thank you, man. Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. It feels
Hells
good. It's
yeah.
very, very. I can count the number of times I've beaten Mech Terran in late game on one hand. In the many thousands of games I've played.
Well, he played super badly, so.
Thanks for taking that away from me, Zombie Grub. Very cool of you.
cheapening?
Super cool of you. It's like, well, if he wasn't garbage, then obviously you would have lost because you're worse. Like, oh, I didn't
I mean,
think
that's
about
what I
that.
always tell
How do you
myself.
hang up on one individual person and keep everyone else Nicole? All right, there we go.
Oh lord.
All right, who's the fucking pro gamer that plays next? feardragon, where you go?
Fear Dragon. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great neg. I negged someone.
Yeah, this is negging me so hard.
Lord.
I'm like, oh no, I just want her approval. Oh.
Oh my lord.
Oh,
Don't worry,
Lord.
chat. Don't worry, chat. Negging doesn't work on me. I'm
Please
I'm
give me a good map.
You're
I'm
negligible.
not,
I don't think it's the right word.
negligible. I'm not negligible.
Whose turn is it?
It's
turn.
feardragons.
Okay.
I kind of feel like when I put Ravi on top of Ravi's head, it looks a little bit like a cannon. I don't know. It's like a little cannon hat.
I did not get that joke, Sluffy, though. But thank you. I appreciate
Chat was asking, does concussive shell slow down cyclones? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Anything that's not massive. Well, actually, anything that's not an ultralisk. Ultralisks have
Yeah,
frenzy.
it's-
Even Archons get slowed, right?
I think it doesn't. Oh yes. Oh
Like,
god,
what are you
I'm
talking
trying
about?
to.
I'm pretty sure it's only
that's
ultralisks having frenzy. That's the only thing that is immune to concussive. Like Thors,
Isn't it freedom
Archons,
slow down
everything
forward?
gets
Yeah,
slowed.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it
No, you're
was-
right. You're right. You're right.
Because ultras have an ability called frenzy that stops them from being affected by any movement abilities.
Yeah. Ultras
I gotta
aren't
tell
affected
you,
by concussive.
I don't remember ever slowing down an Archon. But
It's because they die so fast because they've been EMP'd first, right?
Maybe. Or alternatively, I never kill it anyways, because they haven't been EMP'd. I don't know.
No.
Archons definitely get slowed though.
Broodlords also have
Feel it.
frenzy. Just saying.
Yeah, all the times
Oh,
Marauders have
Marauder
slowed
shoot
down
up.
a Broodlord, yeah.
This mother trucker, is he gonna try and NGB block me?
The usurper. Wait, it's usurper, right? Is that how you say that word?
Yeah.
I always say it wrong. I used to always said something
A
different.
supper.
I,
I understand, yeah.
it's usurper. It's
One
usurper,
of those
right?
words that you'll read in a billion different medieval and fantasy novels, but you'll never say.
Well, yeah, your friend in school, like you steal his McDonald's nugget, and he's like, you usurper, or something. Like you're like, what?
Okay. This SCP took a really long time to get here.
Maybe he's bad.
Yeah, if you
Right
don't win this
click across
game,
the map?
I'm gonna be very disappointed because this guy's bad.
A gas steal.
Well, I like it because you can just take the gas on the natural, but Ravi always
I
pulls
see
5
that this
workers
guy's
for it.
trying to make his name.
Well, no, I'm
as,
literally
by the
just
way.
following Estrella's advice because I got gas stolen one time and he was like, just pull 3 workers.
Well,
It's,
definitely killing the
this-
SCV is a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy is not a very good person.
What's the first things? Oh, okay. It's something you can't
Not a
repeat
good
it.
person or not a good player, Zombie Grub, or both?
Not a good person. His
Gas
name
steal.
plus his clan tag.
Oh.
What are you guys talking
I haven't caught it. I need to see it again.
He's being not. He's not being very PC.
I had 2 guys in Icy Far. We did an interpretive dance this week. I found out about Europop. Is that what it's called? And Initial D.
Initial D.
Yeah.
And I know that. Yeah, I know.
I thought it was a porno at first.
the Initial D.
The Initial D. I was like, what? There's
I-
theme songs for porno now. Apparently, it's a car anime.
Yeah, it is a car anime.
Oh,
when
yeah,
I
was
have
telling you
sex,
about that.
when I have sex, I am definitely more into it if I'm the Initial D. If I'm the third line,
It's I actually think a lot of the humor would be really up your alley.
yeah.
No,
Be-
or pigs. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe you two Maynard, but I think more pig.
Yeah, I found out. Apparently, there's a song called "Gas, Gas, Gas," and
Yeah.
the main
And
lyric is
running in the 90s.
"Gas, gas, 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 gas. Do you like my car? Gas, gas, gas." And I was like, "This is music."
Yes.
I was like, "What the fuck am I listening to right now?" People are like, "Yeah, it's Initial D," and I was like, "What the fuck are we talking about?"
Where is the squad stream button now? Because someone in my chat's just like, I don't see the squad stream button.
I don't know. They might have changed it. I tried finding someone's videos when they were live streaming, and I couldn't.
Is feardragon's audio delayed? Actually, the opposite. His video is delayed. His audio is quite fast. We're watching his Twitch stream right now. That's why.
Yeah, so we're a few seconds behind.
If I do this, yeah. So you're watching Twitch right now.
We are
Oh,
watching
apparently,
Twitch.
apparently, I have a 38-month anniversary.
Son of a bitch! I literally just moved my sockers out of the way.
There we go.
My name is Reaper, and I'm here to look at your probes. I would take photos and share them on the interwebs. Then, even though you do not have the permission, there'll be photos of your probes on the internet. Yeah, I still don't know what that clan tag is
my
meant to be. Zombie Grub, can you Discord message it in the chat so I understand what the bad thing is?
I mean, his name is Jew Usurper.
Oh, it was Jew. Oh, okay. I didn't. All right, it's not that bad. A bit of light anti-Semitism, standard for the internet.
Casual anti-Semitism, you know?
Yeah.
Widow Mine's come in right now.
The
right?
Jews, you know what, Pig, you're right. The Jews have had it really easy for the past couple thousand years.
Yeah.
They could do with a little bit of ribbing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think that
Alright, this
that
guy
Epstein
is
Epstein guy got a bit too much of a ribbing, right? So
Okay, wow,
Oh.
this just went over all the terrible topics.
we're done. We can't go lower. We can't.
No, we're good. We're done.
We're done. It's
done.
fine.
And if we tried,
Sometimes I have a bad habit. I try to push conversations in a dark place. It's kind of like I like to set the house on fire and then kind of hide in the back and watch.
Some of the cases you take conversation are actually like a void that can't be lit by light. Like you try to bring a light in there and it actually absorbs the light. It's actually like it's like the Dark Souls abyss.
Yeah.
Places that you take us.
Well, yeah. Sometimes some of my jokes, like they can't actually be proven. They can only be inferred from the like the things around them, right? Yeah. It's like a black hole, so you can only infer its existence, but to actually admit it's there, it would literally make reality cease to exist as
Correct.
we know it.
Yeah, that's right. And it'd be some kind of
We should talk more
Top
about
class
when you can
calamity.
stick up people's vaginas, personally.
yeah. I mean, I was down with that
I will.
conversation.
Torin Cox.
I was learning a lot. Proxy Battlecruiser is going to report me to the Anti-Definition League. I think you mean Anti-Defamation. But Anti-Definition? Yeah, sure.
Jesus.
Like
I
I'm
knew
not,
it. I knew it.
Like
I
I'm
knew
not
it.
describable? Ah.
Battlecruiser are operational.
Who called in the fleet?
Does Cork keep the vagine fresh?
Well, I mean, one
Do
of
you
us
shake
can
it up a
test.
bit and then pop it?
One of us can test.
Ooh. You know, I'm
Ooh.
not really on board any of these tests.
Is that BC dead? That's a lot of stalkers.
BC is so
Oh,
bad against a blink
man.
opening. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but that
It
BC is
doesn't
going to
pop
technical jump
and
away.
it's fresh.
Yeah,
I
it'll
would say that
survive.
If the vagine is carbonated, we have other problems. So,
Okay, there's like certain things that hurt my brain. Like I normally think I'm not the most poorly socially adjusted human, but there's certain things where it's like that just like it was like you over revved my engine. My brain just went like
redlining,
it was
you're
trying to
redlining,
figure out why would it be carbonated, and it was running through simulations so fucking. It's like why is it carbonated? Why is it carbonated? I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out.
At least you didn't do the other thing where you're just like, yeah, right.
I'm like, isn't that normal?
Vaginas are so fizzy, man. It's crazy.
It's just like when I was feeling up my girlfriend and I touched her
Yeah,
boobs and they felt like a bag of sand.
Like a bag
Yeah.
of sand.
that's the advanced form of syphilis. The fizzy vagine.
Wait,
The fizzy machine.
fizzy vag. At least it's not fuzzy. I'm totally fine with fuzzy, mate. I'm totally fuzzy is quite normal. That's usually that's how you know it's an adult. Like come on.
God. What the?
We're going to need Artorias and a special ring to go
no.
to this abyss.
Monk TOS.
Monka TOS, yeah. Oh my god, I'm so glad no Twitch partner person.
I'll
watches
stop.
Sue is like watching our
Someone's
streams.
putting
I'm
up
just-
the
trying
bat
to
signal
talk to
for
us
Smix now.
again. And,
They're putting up the Smix signal.
and now Smix is like, oh god, do I have to ban my favorite people?
So guys, what do you think about TVP balance right now? A battle cruise is worth going.
I mean, this bio push looks quite powerful here, Pig, and I think that feardragon might have a lack of charge lots.
Oh god, I didn't actually have this shit in time.
But pull back. What are you doing? It's a mech push. There's no bio with that. You got this.
Yeah, there
dude.
was actually
I know,
a lot of
but
bio.
I thought my high
It was
tempo
unupgraded
were-
Marines though, and SCVs. The buffer was unupgraded Marines. There was actually just 5 tanks and a Liberator. It was one of those pushes where you look at it and it confuses your brain because you've never seen it.
I was confused.
Yeah, me too. But then I realized, and I was like, there's 20 SCVs there. There's 20 unupgraded Marines there, both in balls. We have Storm. So I think Ravi should be fine.
Yeah.
Go,
but
DT,
I
beast
was a
raid.
little concerned because my High Templars, it turned out, were like 10 miles behind where they
You
should
gotta
have been.
start setting DTs one at a time into that push while you backstab at the same
Oh, there's
time.
only 2 bases.
It's a 2-base all in. He pulled all his SCVs.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Why did I not see any SCVs? I feel like
He has like 7 missile turrets. and stuff, so
Send the
that's why I'm not trying to
DTs. You gotta go intercept his pushes, man, with these DTs, dude.
bro. Oh my
Why?
God.
Pull back your main army. Like, DTs can wear this down one at a time. Well, yeah, you just need to stay way back. Give up your 4th. Expand on the top
up
side
your
of the
4th,
map. He's on 2 base!
Yeah, actually, DTs should be.
And just send DTs one
right.
at a time. There is no way to lose this game. He's out of scan. He might be building a Raven, though, so that's why you got to get in there now.
Get in there.
Oh my god, your DTs aren't attacking his army! Ravi!
Okay,
Ravi!
He has a Raven.
Sorry, there has to be one game where I go Twitch chat today.
Yeah, this
Okay,
is.
then
this is very
evacuate
twitchy.
and rebuild back at natural.
Go back to
Evacuate.
third. Go back to
Yeah,
third.
you
base.
just don't fight it. Yeah, expand the top 2 bases and
Build a
just pull back.
bajillion zealots.
I know. I think it needs a
Zealots?
bajillion gateways.
Just zealots.
I mean-
Yeah.
Zealots
Yeah,
and
'cause of the tanks-
stalkers.
'cause of the tanks. The battle cruisers are easy when you have the just battle cruisers on their own.
All right, so zealots attack is natural, and just make lots of stalkers and zealots, and just keep pulling back, and you're gonna have to give up your third as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't defend.
Wouldn't
the
that just
third
put
then.
us on even bases?
Yes.
Oh god.
It's better than nothing. It's better than dying.
Yeah, get your probes out of there.
Okay.
If you're 4 base and your opponent's on 2 base, and they've pulled all their workers, that means they're on 1 base and you're on 4 base. So the rule is give up 2 bases before you fight. Oh, you have your mouse wheel still on Zoom. Ouch.
Yeah. That's
Doesn't
for
change
casting.
settings from casting.
All right,
no.
I use the end key to zoom now. Instead of mouse wheel. I've disabled mouse wheel scroll because it would happen all the time.
Counterattack with all your zealots and stalkers, because it's the rally that's getting you.
Oh, it's tanks. See, there's tanks rallied across.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
No. Hold on.
Oh no. Your army's just dying. Your army's dying.
What? Why are you?
Oh, well, it's GG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty dead.
Re. Oh well.
The 2 base mech all in. The classic.
Classic. A vintage
No,
Terran
my
strategy.
god, you guys are idiots.
You are.
No, not you, the High Templar.
So he's like, shut up!
Yeah, there had to be one game where I went Twitch chat, Ravi. I even feel bad
okay.
about it. It's
No, okay.
GG.
I know, I was playing like shit, so it's totally fine. GG.
GG. Now
GG.
the biggest question of all is, and I think the answer is no, is there a third rotation?
Are you a third rotation?
I'm willing to do one, but it's a lot easier of a time zone for me to say that.
I'm probably only willing to hang out for one more game.
Oh wow, I'm watching
One or
feardragon on my stream, with my stream. Look, feardragon, look.
Oh, is it streamception?
Yeah, it's stream session. Look,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
still on
god.
feardragon stream, and he's on my stream, and it's just continuing to transition. He continues to look at his phone, and now there's multiple maynards swaying back and forth. It's like getting crazy over here.
If you open my stream, it's going to get another layer of perception.
Yeah, well, yeah, look at that. And now I have to mistime it a little bit to make sure that there's not 3 maynards doing it. Yeah, see that? Yeah. There it goes. There it goes. Amazing. And there's a pig in there. There's a pig in there as well.
There's multiple.
There he goes. There he goes.
They're having so much fun with this.
Ah, technology. All right, that was fun.
Please tell me someone clipped that.
At ZG time. If she's, are you willing to go ZG or are you done?
Oh shit.
I'm gonna be the only one that goes. Someone else go.
Well, you're at the start of the rotation. You have to decide.
Is anyone else willing to play one more game?
I will play one more. If there is more than one person that wants to play one more, I will play one more.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna finish up now. I'm gonna try to keep my energy good. I've been going too long.
Absolute beta. Absolute beta.
That's me. I've also been called something called a kook. I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
It's some CUCK, a kook. Maybe it's
Yeah.
the formative formal setting form of cuckoo bird. I'm not quite sure because I speak loudly and I call attention to myself like a cuckoo bird. So I imagine that is why people call me
they're
that.
just trying to say cook, like you cook food.
They
Yeah.
also called me a snowflake. So I think it's because I'm so cool. So they're saying you're cool like a snowflake. You're very cool. So I think the internet likes me.
Isn't being... No, I'm gonna end your joke right now, but isn't being a cuck like the opposite of being a snowflake?
A cock
Wait,
is
are you saying you can't be fragile and sensitive and at the same time have someone else
think
bang your
cocks-
wife?
I think cocks are pretty sensitive because they don't want to address the fact that their wives are being banged. Or because
Okay.
cocks can be someone that like, because a cuck can also be someone that likes it deliberately.
Right. Yeah.
or
that's
they
what I
could
was
be,
thinking.
or a cuck in the negative term
Look,
could
the
be
only
like someone that
time-
just has their wife. They know their wife's cheating on them or husband's
As a-
cheating on them, and they're just like, it's
Okay,
too confrontational.
here's the thing, guys. As a woman, I've never really gotten accused of being a cuck. But I did have someone send me a boyfriend application where they readily admitted to being a cuck, and they were okay with that.
I remember this application. It made me cry
Yes.
laughing. Yep.
So,
Where can I
So,
find
you
this?
know.
I would love to see this boyfriend application.
I was
never
actually in a
shown you
I was
pics?
actually
Oh
in a
my God.
supermarket. I was in a supermarket and saw it on my phone. Zombiegrub linked it in a Discord chat that we're in, and I broke down in the like. A lady came up to me and asked me, "Are you okay?" Because I was crying in an aisle at the grocery store.
No.
And I'm like, "No, I'm fine. I just read the most funniest thing I've seen this year."
Oh, can you do a video, please, Zombie Grub? It'll be like those how to write your own resume applications,
brutal.
but you'll be like, hey guys, this is how to do a boyfriend application, and yeah, I would watch the shit out of that.
Brutal to that. I know that this is still like something that kind of deserves something like that, but man, that'd be so brutal to that one person.
Oh, you don't show that person's identity. You just
No.
the best
Yeah.
is that on the actual application, this guy actually downloaded a boyfriend application. It's called the boyfriend application. On the application, he wrote his first name with his last name, like basically like redacted, right? He didn't write his last name.
Oh, no.
The email he sent it from had his first and last name. So if I wanted
An
to,
absolute genius.
I could
Send
show
a
you.
photo, right?
No, he did not send a photo. I
Oh.
think he said like if I wanted a photo, then I could ask for one.
Mm.
I just also want to note that, guys, that he put 2 measurements when he was asked about his height.
Mm-hmm.
wait. Oh. Oh. Were they impressive?
the
Or
bit-
like did they was it that's quite a big height measurement?
No doubt it was his
I had
height
this
in
somewhere.
metric and imperial.
Yeah, metric imperial, not girth,
Yeah.
and yeah, no.
Yeah.
I,
No, the bit that got me is that there was a part in the application. So it was already funny that this was happening in the first place because it's hilarious on so many levels. But the part that made me break down and curl into a fetal position crying, was the part in the application where he was like, he just basically said, "If you want to cheat on me, it's fine. I'm a beta cuck."
yeah, so
Something like that.
the best part about it though is that it was like
And
it was reasons to date me, and it was like I'm tall, I can
yeah, it
reach
was
like
in
high
it was in the
shelves.
positive. It was in the positive column.
It was so good because it was in the middle, right? It's like if this guy was talking to you on the dating show, he'd be like, "I'm really tall, so I can like get things off the shelf for you. I don't mind sending flowers, just because I think it's a good thing to do. I'm a beta cuck, so I don't mind if you cheat on me. Also, like, I like to go to wineries." And you're just like, "Wait, what? Go back to the other one."
It's like, wait.
It was a long
Amazing.
time ago at this point. I never talked about it on stream because I did think that he was, well, very odd, and I never suggest anyone else to do this. He was actually fairly respectful with how he did it. So I didn't want to, like, immediately just go and make fun of him and shit.
I mean, that is the plus side, is that he was very nice about sending you an application, no doubt to your business email, but he sent you a boyfriend application instead of just sending you a dick pic.
Yeah, that's actually
That was very
Yeah.
20.
that's
like
what
very
chivalry
20
looks like in 2020.
chivalry. Yeah, that's 2020 chivalry. It's 2019, maybe 2018. It was a while ago, but that's modern chivalry right there.
Chivalry right there.
He did the internet version of putting his jacket over a puddle so that she could cross the street without getting her shoes wet. He opened the door for her first. He pulled the chair out for her before she sat down.
That's
So-
just so amazing. Just in the middle,
I'll
just
show
I'm
it-
a beta
I'll show you it
cock.
next time. I can't believe I haven't shown it to you. I could have sworn I
Oh,
showed everyone.
please do. This would make my day.
It's just so amazing.
That would make me so happy,
I have
man.
to bounce, but thanks for
Oh, no worries,
fun
mate.
times, everyone.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
And you, mate.
Right.
Same time
Right.
each week, everybody. It is, of
Sure.
course, 5 p.m. West Coast, 8 p.m. East Coast, Thursday night. We'll see you guys next week.